Okay. Oh my lord, look at that. We got another Kurp. Okay, we are Kurp maxing, folks. We are Kurp maxing. Oh wait, let me do it like this. It's hard to do with glasses. It's hard to do with glasses. Guys, we got 204 subs. We are that much closer to the Godfather goals. 500 by spring. Thank you so much for those people out there that are supporting a budding channel, and to the channels out there that giving the shout outs. I appreciate it. All Pirate Radio and Lemons, appreciate it. Now we got to get through this the Kurp files. Okay, he is getting ahead of the lead, the big scoop that he is in the files. Okay, he is in the Epstein files. Let's not forget. He was supposed to be at a party with him, but he just missed him. So here we are with 5 in 8 days. All right, so we're gonna just jump right in. We got the Trey Stewart program. This was 3 days ago. Let me do a refresher. Oh, I hope it doesn't throw off everything that I just did. In the meantime, let me take out the. All right, and here we are. Look at that, almost 300 videos in here, in just a couple short months, folks. So in 3 days, he's sitting at 34K. Good job, Kurp. And way to boost them numbers. I've seen it myself, and I really appreciate it. We like to give these source videos some time to breathe, so that the views go to the source, and then we come in after a couple of days and run our satirical analysis through. I say it like that because that's what AI keeps telling me that these things are. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way of viewing that. I appreciate that. But here we are. So again, thank you for liking and subscribing. And I love those comments. I love those comment sections. So throw everything in there. I love it. And critiques, love, hate, timestamp it. Timestamp if you got those. I got to start clipping, I guess. Okay, these channels are wanting me to start chopping these things up. And all in the works. That's all in the works. And we might even do some videos and looking at all sorts of ideas. So here we are. Thank you for tuning in as we tune out the world and enjoy a little bit of Kurp. And we are Kurp maxing. Okay, we are going to look the best Kurp as possible. Here we are.
You're gonna have to get some Reiki on that shoulder.
Oh boy. So now already, look what we got here. Okay. So this is the same studio that not that one. Where is Well, Duncan Trussell. Okay, remember Duncan Trussell? He had, let's see if I can find it. He had the same thing. Well, you can take a look at our footage when we talked about it. But these are rental spaces. So they go into these studios and rent it out for a couple hours. Their music rehearsal space conversions. They converted these into podcast studios because no one wants to learn to play guitar. But here we are. Woo! Oh, we got that Crackamico. Was it Crackamico's hit. That was a good one. Thanks for that. All right, here we are. We got Kurp Metzger with the Trey Stewart program. Now, he's done this a few times. These guys are great, and it does look like they are no longer in their old studio and they're doing this now. Maybe I don't know if they're out of LA, but maybe they're upgrading or out of town. Oh, let me get my headphones on. As a late night live commentary, we like to get kind of settled in. Allow me to be the audio landscape for your evening. You don't even have to watch it. I'll just paint pictures with my words. And you can continue to do with whatever you're doing. Or you can join the fun. But here we are. Oh, and we're in slow motion. Now, I have no idea how to make it so it doesn't keep doing that. I'm sure one day I'll figure it out, but I do one slow motion and all of a sudden they all got to be slow motion now.
This is how we'll get you back.
Forklaw week, really, if I think about it.
Ooh, really high pitched. Ooh, wow. Now, again, this is what happens when you do it out of where you don't do it in your own studio. Things are just a little chaotic, and it can be fun like that, but then it can I don't know. It's almost just easier just to stay in your own studio and just broadcast.
Oh, really?
You saying that it takes 3 is actually crazy, Kurt, because I've been telling people that you're like Beetlejuice, and if you open 3 White Claws, you'll show up.
Well,
and you just confirmed that.
I'm about to not have any more claws of any kind because I'm fat as shit from drinking.
No, you look great.
Claws?
You got to go to sugar-free claws, my
Much as
guy.
that, when I hurt my arm when I first moved here, I haven't been in the gym in a year and a half. So, what's that?
You're gonna have to get some Reiki on that shoulder.
He is towering over these guys. And look at him. He knows it. With every little millimeter of adjustment is equal to a foot in his mind of how much smaller he is than Kurt. And he's just going to keep taking it like that. Because, he feels so small in front of, and everyone does. I would. I'm only 4'3". Okay? I'm trying to get to be 4'5". 2 more inches. But he is 6'3", claiming to be 6'4". He is towering. Now, are their chairs the same level? They seem like they're in the same level. Armrests are... Now, if it was Rogan, his would be all the way up, yours would be all the way down. That's why he doesn't like Kurp around, because of how tall he is. Okay, and he does this to Rogan, exponentially when he's on Rogan's podcast. But here we are. Woo, look at how big he is. Oh man, he should go to everybody's studio and just remind everyone of the Metzger momentum. Now, there is a bit of a Mark Maron mush, but he's got big shoulders, so we're fine with that. But we've seen Mark Maron's mush poking out of his demonic red button-down shirt, and it was really disturbing. Any clothing that's red is demonic. At least that's what these folks tell me.
Well, I wouldn't fuck with that shit at all.
Oh, really?
Jenna's friend used to be a Reiki practitioner, and she, some shit, you know what Kundalini psychosis is?
Oh, yeah.
No.
You never heard of that?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Kundalini psychosis. Start having night terrors. We were talking about those the other day. You get night terrors. Start hearing things. Screams. And you're vibrating.
I've heard of it.
Or they call it something syndrome, Kundalini syndrome, if you want to be nicer.
Syndrome? What is it?
Is that his or mine?
OBS syndrome. See, along those early days of the live stream, I was in OBS syndrome, and my body was locked into my hotkey position, and now I'm hands free. And so that was a syndrome. But the Kundalini, you're just activating your energy. Everyone's got energy, and Metzger, yours will forever live dormant in that Ponderosa, little poofy. Is this a fake suit? Is this a bodysuit? That looks like fake skin. Like, it's kind of poofy. So your energy is going to be real nice and coiled up and dormant in the base, and getting into a couple fights and skirmishes, and then that might raise it up to maybe up to the center. But your refusal of being a resonator, Metzger, all these hard consonants. Metzger. You know, no wonder you hate resonating. It reminds you of the name that you never had. Something with some long vowels to resonate with. But your refusal of being a resonator, even though you tap into it when you do your impersonations of Lovecraft, the guy, whatever his name is, Lovecraft. But once you start singing, ooh, that unlocks a whole nother chakra. And then maybe you'll get, past the throat. But you got a long ways to go. Long ways. But you got the mind of Christ coming back with all this knowledge. So for that, we salute you.
It's people get it from all kind of shit. Wait, are we even on? Because that's a waste of this valuable information.
Yeah. I think are we
You gotta,
recording?
you gotta, bob your head. Okay? Gotta bob your head a bit. You gotta do it like they did in the 70s. Okay? The psychedelic revolution. The CIA psyop to get you all psychosis on the synapse of psychedelics. There's a bit of head bobbing, and you start ringing your bell. And then you have these ideas. So it helps with the creativity.
Kalini, what is it?
Kundalini psychosis. You never heard of that?
No, I've heard of Kundalini. Isn't that like a sex thing?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like
No.
it though.
Yeah.
It's against God doing kundalingus. Oh shit! I forgot my fucking pipe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta get you.
Get that cord.
Can't talk about kundalini psychosis.
Yeah, get in the right mindset.
Yeah, man, come on.
I'm trying to get in the right mindset.
Sober Kundalini? That's crazy.
You that ignorant that whoa.
Oh,
Oh my god. That's ignorant if you don't know what it is. Do you know what it is? What is it?
It's like a sector of like belief, like yoga or like Hinduism.
It's your spine. It's your fucking the snake of your spine that your
Oh, it's
go.
like
chakras
chi?
are on.
Oh, chakra, like chi.
No, I think chi is just holding in your jizz. I think that's what it is, according in some schools.
There you go.
Not mine.
Semen retention. Okay, that's how you get it. So, all right, it's a powerful spirit of energy. Oh, so it's like the force.
You know, they didn't invent rocketry by holding in their jizz. That's a fact.
They did.
so that's part of creating electric magnetic fields. You got to use the spine. Okay, it's a little bit of and it's not even your spine. It is your spine, your nervous system, the electric charge. Then it sends a signal to I would say the prefrontal cortex, right there, somewhere, right in the center. And you can create this electric field that then it's almost like even like a dome, but it's kind of like that, or you direct it. So fun stuff, you can really, and then when you're in that sphere, you can really expand within it, and then I was talking about this a little bit on last stream. It's like a gong bath, so it kind of, you can kind of get, just like with music, it kind of helps you lock in. And then then once the music stops, you're like, what? Huh? So that's what this, energy can do. It's like you're listening to music all the time.
No. They did the darkest.
Oh, they have the dark arts.
The darkest Jack Parsons wiener magic in the desert. They did Crowley wiener magic, touching dick tips in the desert to make a rocket ship. Kundalini psychosis. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
If I get off topic, I'll never get back on. Yeah, so I'd never
Look
heard
at that cord.
But,
Do you need a lighter for your pipe?
no, it's strictly
So he's never done Kundalini yoga? Ah, come on.
to do this. I can't tell you how great it is to hold this the whole time.
It makes you look distinguished.
Well, because normally if I have nervous energy, I'll like touch the center of my chest, or I'll fucking just I'll just grab my dick.
And do some dark magic?
Yeah.
Is that the darkest magic? But I don't mean not in any kind of like. I'm not jerking. I'm just like, like absent-minded, like checking to make sure your dick's okay. I don't know.
Like it's still there?
There's probably some psychological issue, but it's less dignified. The point is than this.
Right. Go on.
I'd be like fiddling like this.
I'm sorry. Go on. I interrupted.
Okay.
Kundalini.
Sorry, I was having a little bit of Kundalini psychosis just
So you can have visions and, you can, but it can then, it can be a very creative time, but there can be this other thing where, it was kind of you would kind of hear screams, I guess. Yeah. I thought I heard them, but no one heard the screams. And and some other stuff too. But it's all you're. Let's say you're spinning around a bunch. Well, you get a little bit dizzy, and your head's a little foggy. So that's what that stuff does. But it also, like stretching your body. If you do certain stretches, you can sink in deeper and deeper into it over the course of time, and that's what I guess that kind of stuff is. However, with the Hindu kind of background and everything with it, I believe it's Hindu. Then you're introduced to that world, and a lot of it has to do with energy. And they, with their different deities and all that, they I'm sure that they're they're doing that or matching that kind of energy. I don't know. But I did a little experimenting with it at a prominent studio. During that time, it was people knew about it, and it was definitely a pivotal moment or not pivotal, but yeah, definitely a chapter. Was, it's kind of started from there, I guess. From practicing that for a bit, not too long, but did for a little bit, and just with the Kundalini yoga, and nothing crazy. Just did it like it was just regular yoga classes, and then I guess emotions start to unlock, or you can, like start crying, and because it has to do with your spine and like holding in emotions or something, and so that's why you see me throughout these live casts. I bend backwards and stretch my body. I'm full cobra.
All the chakras. You've got your organ sphere, the anime, the deep throat, and of course the second butthole at the top between your eyes. I'm not an expert in it. I've been to the Orient to study it a little bit.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It shows.
Yeah, I opened up my fourth eye pretty hard this morning. Anyway, these people fuck around with that. They'll get something called Kundalini syndrome or psychosis, where you have just a psychotic episode. And by psychotic episode, I mean maybe it's that. Maybe you saw some shit, because my girlfriend's friend, her story is really creepy, and she was doing Reiki, and she was getting, and I don't know what, like black belt or how they were ranked wherever she was doing it, but they opened her top chakra, as they call it, and she started seeing demons in people. Like their eye, like it freaked her out so bad that she stopped doing Reiki and became a born again Christian. She got that, and then she stopped seeing it. But I was like, that's weird. I'd never heard anything about anything like this before. Okay, and then so I was just like, I don't know. I googled them. Like, was
okay. So that's what I'm saying about the screams. But I still think there's no way that could have been an auditory hallucination. It had, anyway, but stuff kind of happened, and you're like, okay, maybe I need to slow down a bit, because again, as you keep doing it, doing these these kind of methods, and it's pretty intense, actually. The place I went, they were some of the top, and it was basically like a boot camp, but these were seekers, and all dressed in white, and it was kind of, I'm beginning to remember things now about it. I do remember having to kind of stop. I had to stop because I was, I guess, not sleeping, or I don't know, and then I was doing it at night. It was wild. But again, it's like once you do these kind of exercises and stretches, you can then kind of sinking deeper into it, and as you did, it had these other I would probably say darker elements that I didn't expect. But I would say it was probably I wouldn't not have done it, or I'm glad I did it because I learned a lot. But yeah, I would say just like even with fasting, it's like if you're fasting and if you're not hydrated and all that, and you're moving around too much, you could maybe pass out. So as you're going further and further into this kind of practice, you have to adjust your whole life, because it's putting your mind in this vibrational state where it's just always humming, and so it's hard to then go to work right after. So it has to be this. That's why they, have retreats, because you kind of have to stay in it, and to really get the effects out of the effects. So yeah, I've never done a retreat or anything, and it was more integrated into my lifestyle, and it was helpful. And then all of a sudden it got a little crazy, and I had to stop, just like that. I'm like, yeah, maybe I won't keep doing that.
A thing, and it's called Kundalini syndrome or Kundalini psychosis. You can also get it. And a writer I worked with pretty recently told me, and because he somewhere like a big emotional thing, or some suppressed emotions for years. Somebody told me that he yelled at his aunt or something because his cousin did something to him. He wasn't real specific on what it was, but he said the emotion of getting this thing on his chest made him, for 3 days he was awake, and he was
Wow.
getting downloads, as they call it, and all that. And that's so it doesn't have to be from doing Reiki. It could be just something that is such a release of something that, like your head, top of your head blows.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. Yep. That is it. Yeah. Because just like when you laugh, they say laugh doeth good like a medicine, or whatever. But the same kind of mechanisms that you use to laugh, I believe, are the same that you use to cry. And that's why both of them can be therapeutic. And that with that, there's this clarity, which then at that moment of stillness, and almost like surrender, then a lot of these epiphanies can start popping up, and it's fun. You're like, what? And things things make sense, and then all of a sudden it gets dark. I don't know. If you're, because the things that you're doing with Kundalini yoga, the positions that you're in when you're and what you're doing is basically getting your it's like creating a centripetal force in your brain. You're just sloshing your brain back and forth, and you're trying to almost get it traumatized to then start. It's just right after you hit a bell, then that the resonance is what's creating the noise. So these workout things and everything you're doing, like everything that Robert Plant was doing on stage with Led Zeppelin and just like all that, that's all Kundalini. Like he's doing Kundalini on the stage. Everyone does. That's all Kundalini. And contorting your body, doing these head bobbing exercises. You look at a Tool music video, that's all Kundalini. The person walking on all fours with their bobbing their head, that's a Kundalini exercise. So a lot of breathing, and you're kind of getting to that point of like like a runner's high or hyperventilation within the brain. And I guess that resonance then is it's like a tuning fork, and then you're able to go in that frequency within and in that dimension. And yeah.
I guess.
Could you come hard enough to where you see demons in people?
That's a great question.
Yeah, well, that's
what I'm trying.
I waste. I always waste my cum wishes. I never.
Oh,
dude, I've never once. I just wish for wishes.
You wish? Yeah, that's the hack.
No, it's not good. I just like all these weirdos. It's like them trying to have the presence of mind while they're coming to make wishes. That's what they're trying for. It's so weird. And anyway, I guess it works for them because
Well, that's how we got to the moon. Apparently, we got to space.
That's how astronauts are able to leave a bag of feces on the moon. Which
America.
they did.
Yeah. Well,
that's more important than the flag they planted.
Yeah.
A couple of astronaut dumps are left behind on the moon.
Yeah.
You would think they wouldn't be allowed to do that.
Well, there's no rules out there. In space, they can't hear your shit. That's what
There's
I've heard.
more. It's like beyond maritime law, even.
For sure, but we're gonna imperialize the moon pretty soon, right? The way that Trump is going, we're probably gonna get there.
It probably already has been. I think when they put them flags on it, it probably. I used to joke about it that we own the moon.
We do, yeah.
And
it's whoever gets to it first.
And then what's his name got Titus from the hit Fox sitcom Titus got mad because he thought I took it from him, but then he was like, but wait, let me just say for Titus. I don't know. He messaged me and then he was like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I doubt you took it from me. I was getting a point.
Nice.
I was mad."
That's nice of him.
Yeah, like he, I could relate to his short-tempered views and then feeling bad and apologize. I could totally relate to him with that.
So crazy. You could see demons and shit.
Well, I don't even know. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what is a demon exactly? It sounds like a lot of stuff falls into that.
Well, but they believe. So these guys,
that cord,
Labubu's, yeah.
You got to get that cord. Help him out or something. You can't do that the whole time. Come on.
creepy.
They are. They're the devil for sure.
I don't like that.
But NASA, like, they believed it, right? You
What?
You think that the guy, what's his name, Crowley, the head of NASA?
Aleister Crowley.
Wait, Aleister Crowley is not the head of NASA.
Oh, that's not the head of NASA. No. Parkin? James Parson?
Oh, who was he working with that was involved?
You talking about Jack Parsons? Was also had nothing.
Jack Parsons.
Was not he had nothing to do with it, but he was in air.
No.
He was doing early rocketry. NASA is after the war.
Okay, so early.
Jack Parsons, I think, is dead before. I think he's dead before the war, and it was like the tech guys of their time. But the exciting tech sector, that motherfucker was in. They're still like that, all of them to this day. Well, some of them are like
this day.
You know, they're like completely meat oriented, and there's nothing but exactly what you see. So, like, we're gonna make a god out of computers.
That's what they want to do. Yeah, they've said that. They said Jesus could be AI.
No, Joe asked a guest that.
Okay.
Could Jesus come back as AI? And which I want to say I did go out of my way to correct that very idea as much as I could, and I kept going back to it. Like that's why. First of all, there's nowhere it says like you're like some tech freak.
Wow. Okay. So was my microphone muted the whole time? Oh, please tell me my microphone wasn't muted the whole time. Wow. Maybe it was good that it was. Oh my God. Please tell me it was. Wow. Come on, you can't tell me that was the microphone muted the whole time? And oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. I was talking the whole time. Was there any audio? Oh my God. Oh boy. I'm going to play this and I'm going to take a look back. Wow. Please tell me I didn't do 40 minutes of no microphone audio.
Gay orgy billionaire is going to be the guy who makes Jesus. Like, if you're going to be in that lore, that's not lore accurate. Let's just put it that way. Like, you could either, you'd be like, I don't believe your lore. But don't take it and then rework it into horse shit. But they all have been putting that out there. But then Joe said he doesn't think that, by the way. He did come out and say it after I brought it up like 3 times.
Yes, that's good.
I was curious about it. No, I just was curious if he actually thought it, because sometimes I can't tell if he's you know, he'll try to get you something interesting out of you from like, and it looks like he's like not committing or laying back. He'll jiu-jitsu you into where it's a good show, hopefully.
Right.
Like, I don't know how to do an interview. I'm very bad at it.
You're a great guest.
David Tell used to call me the worst host in the city when I bring him up.
Oh, really? That's so funny. Dave was a great guy.
He meant it as a compliment, he said. I get what he meant, too. He's like, you don't want to be known as the best host, but a good host is it's a very necessary thing. It's not the least important part of any show. It's the host.
It is. It's really important.
You know, yeah. And so, because he has a jiu-jitsu brain, he thinks about it a different way. So, Cash Patel, for example, looking like a jerk off on there. That's, instead of Joe, he's not attacking him or his hustle. You get to watch the guy hang himself.
Yeah. Right.
If you have a brain at all, you know.
Him and Dan Bongino, they are. It's what a lot of people really put their faith in these guys. And then Dan,
yeah, Donkey Kong. You put your faith in Donkey Kong, Bongino?
Well, didn't he have like a pretty big following? Isn't that how he got into Trump's cabinet?
That guy was good.
But a lot of people did.
Well, Jimmy liked him. I mean, when he would wear his Constitution America shirt.
Yeah, that's how you know you can trust a guy.
Yeah. The Constitution.
He's got the Constitution on his shirt.
That's a good shirt. He's a good man.
That's how clothing works.
It is amazing that's like a priest collar of a kind, and or somebody has a giant-sized Don King American tie, like you know what I mean, like a tacky.
So he's going to sit there the whole time, just like, God, I wish I could ask a question. And Metzger's like, I actually don't want you to ask a question. Kurp Metzger will be wearing a Bass Pro Shop shirt underneath his Carhartt jacket very soon.
American flag tie, I would think they're up to some kind of skullduggery automatically.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me, America McPatriot face, and I'm like
America.
Anyway, that's Dan Bongino's.
Yeah.
And now he can do more good from the outside, he realized.
So he went from a podcaster to
taking down the problem.
So shouldn't Metzger be sitting here? And then he sits here, and then the other guy sits over there, and they're both looking at him. Why is Metzger in the middle? It's Metzger in the middle. Put Metzger here, or he actually
Dave Smith.
You see Dave on.
Metzger needs to be sitting there. Oh my gosh, right here. So Metzger needs to be sitting here, and then both you guys need to be sitting. Wow. Sorry, I guess my. Oh my god. That's what happens when I zoom in. What? Sorry guys. Keep doing that. So, and then both you guys need to be sitting here. Duh. A 2-shot and a 1-shot. What are you guys doing? Oh my god. Amateurs.
Come make Patriot face, and I'm like,
We like amateurs.
anyway, that's Dan Bongino's.
Yeah.
And now he can do more good from the outside, he realized.
So he went from a podcaster to
Taking down the problem, which is Dave Smith.
You see Dave on Pierce Morgan?
Oh my God, what a collection. I
Right?
told
Isn't
Dave
this-
not to do these.
Oh, really?
Because look at this.
Actually, first, let's go to. I want to go to.
Yo, if peers don't want you in like a private room, then it's not worth doing peers, I say. I would never do a peers morning zoo.
Yeah, it's like a
Piers knows what he like. Now here's another guy. You'll get clips of him playing ignorant about shit, and he knows goddamn well everything. He's been around forever. This fuckface.
Yeah.
Carlson goes, well, it's kind of it's immoral to to kill kids or starve children. He goes, is it?
We're talking about the 1700s or the 20th century.
The Geneva Conventions, the Nuremberg Tribunal.
Go,
Oh my
back
God.
up a couple seconds and go to the beginning of this.
Look at Malibu Kyle Klinsky.
Oh my god.
They're talking about
Kidnapping?
yeah. Well,
I mean, that's going blonde like that. That's MK Ultra, and that's what happened to Milo Yiannopoulos. So he's going Yiannopoulos, and Dave Smith. I swear to God, if I see you in another hoodie again, what is it with you wearing hoodies? But this is ridiculous. Oh my God. Oh man. I mean, these three. I mean, all four of you, but at least Michael Knowles is kind of funny and innocent, like After Tonight. They got a cool vibe because it's chill. But good production though. After Tonight, liking the new look. And I like that green screen overlay. Might adopt that technique at some point. But they got a sub goal too. They're trying to hit 2,000. So make sure you like and subscribe to After Tonight, because they got a goal just like. Oh, look at that. They got a goal just like we do. But hard to see. There you go. Oh my. Pro show here, folks. Oh boy, what happened? Uh-oh.
the Saudis, like WTF, Bannon,
Sorry.
honorary.
It hit the wrong button. Sorry about that, folks. There you go.
As well, it's kind of it's immoral to, you know, to kill kids or starve children. Because is it?
What? Hold on. Sorry, 1 second, folks. It's going slow-mo, but it says normal in the playback speed. This is bizarro. I'm having Kundalini psychosis.
We're talking about the 1700s or the 20th
There
century.
we go.
The Geneva Conventions, the Nuremberg Tribunal.
Go,
Oh my
back
God.
up, back up a couple seconds and go to the beginning of
National law
this.
goes back
Look at
to
Malibu Kyle Klinsky.
70% off.
They're talking about
Kidnapping?
yeah, well, international law and imperialism and whether or not America is right for what they did in Venezuela.
Oh, I heard Professor Jang dropped a real crazy theory yesterday when I had him on that I had not considered.
Really?
And Metzger's looking pretty decent, actually. I mean, for for Metzger, I would think you moving to Austin, you're eating all the food, drinking all the beer, going to all the shows.
Yeah, because
International law goes
well,
back.
let him do this first.
Yeah, and then we'll get to that.
No, there have been plenty of Trump policies that I've criticized because he's only right about 99.78% of the time. So the First Step Act, I thought,
Such
was a
a cuck.
misstep. But I would say the
Such a
rest.
cuck.
Excuse me. I would say the rest of the
Such a cuck.
the administration has been very successful. What's your problem? What's
My
your
problem is
criticism?
that you're a cuck and you're a hack and you're not an independent thinker and you're meat riding Trump.
Why do you
and
say
you
that?
know that what he's doing in
I just
imperialism
answered your
and you don't
question.
care.
I just
Yeah,
answered your question. And I
99.78%.
corrected
Congratulations.
the
You rented your
misstatements that
brain
you made.
to a war criminal pedophile rapist. I hope you're happy.
First of all, Kyle Klinsky marries the first MILF he ever fucked. Come on, dude. She got $50 million, so I get it. But
Yeah, for sure.
I've never seen a more of a Malibu Ken doll. I just remember, so I'm like, oh, I heard they're together, and then this is long after he turned out to be a.
What is that? Is that coke? Is he all coked up? Is that Adderall? That can't be just Adderall. That's got to be something else.
Fucking little simpering fucking twerp. Because remember, he turned hard on Jimmy first when Jimmy was right, and he turned on Rogan after that.
Yeah.
Because I think he was like a virgin or something. I have no idea. I give him a lot of credit. He was probably more of a virgin than Erica Kirk was. He was more of a virgin than Nick Shirley, who was just a front virgin. I'd wager. That little front virgin Mormon boy.
That guy. So do you
the good Fuentes. He's like the anti Fuentes who loves Jews. Michael Knowles he's a little guy. I've been told. I've never met him.
Really?
He's like a weird little manic. I bet they both look about the same height. If you see, I don't know. I don't know how tall.
He's one of these guys though that's always on Trump's side, even when because I think the war and Epstein.
I gotta say, that was a Metzger shout out to old Cliff Virgin. Thank you, Metzger. Love the subliminals.
Trump lost. I don't know if he lost base, but
it turns out it don't matter because all the elections are a sham. So using now, So the shit Obama signed, dude, back then, Trump's using that. If you don't like how, and ICE is not doing the best job. I don't know if you know how they're doing it, but they just get unqualified people, give them a $50,000 signing bonus, give them masks to wear, which you should immediately. That should have been a problem. The cops can't wear fucking masks.
Yeah.
Okay, and then imbeciles, and I don't believe people are this stupid mostly, unless they're like young, right? And then they're more susceptible to like those stupid fucking slogans. So they're gonna get doxxed. So
Right.
first of all, you
Yeah, like the stupid slogans like "Ice Out." Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, they suck. Those slogans suck.
little shits. Real cops who've been trained have their face visible and a name
And
on
their
their
badge.
fucking back. That way, if they do something to fuck you up, you have some recourse to handle it.
Right.
Okay? That's for you, morons. So I don't believe that many people are that stupid. It's like,
Well, I also, yeah. There's a lot of people that were doxing them and all that. But what if the masks are just a priming mechanism? They're priming the population to get used to robots. These faceless creatures walking around the city and grabbing people. And people in the stores are just robots with masks. Yeah.
a very like it's
So what's
hard,
going
like,
on with this?
very few people could be that level of privilege to think that's not a problem at this point in the economy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you have a brain that should dawn on you, that could be, because once Trump's gone and whatever bullshit they switch in when President AOC comes,
President AOC.
she's got mass cops she can use.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. They pass the baton of too much power to each other. They never go back on it. You always hear that.
A perfect example is Obama. He didn't go back on anything. He got in there saying, we're going to end these wars, and then didn't he start like a couple?
Started 7. Well, who's counting? Hey,
Yeah, who's counting? Yes, that's in the. Listen, you're right. That's so.
you're
in the
stuck in
past.
your alt-right chakra right now.
How is it that people still are trying to paint it that this woman, the white woman, was like actually trying to?
Okay, I seen the video the first day. So
Yes.
the first thing I saw was, "Yo, bitch, don't gun your fucking gas. They can kill you if you do that. What are you, a fucking idiot? What, are you fucking stupid?"
Well, obviously she was.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, it turns out, but that thing of them going in front of the car so they can shoot you if you try to hit them. Apparently that's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's like okay. So, by the way, everybody should be very suspicious because at the southern border, Trump did stop that shit. You know, the bum rushing of it that was on video and was very real. He stopped that cold. Even the media don't like him had to admit he did that. Now, that's very strange because the wall wasn't finished as far as I know. So they could have done that at any time. They shut the border bullshit down so fast that clearly at any moment they could have done that had anyone really wanted to. It should make you very suspicious of how quickly they were able to just solve, like, oh, just like that, you solved it?
Point, yeah.
So, okay, that's weird. And then you're like, here's what we're going to do. Oh, we're going to give amnesty to all the illegals taking your jobs that are getting amnesty, shitheads. Anybody that thinks ICE is good. They're giving, like, the hotel workers, Trump's a hotel guy. So all the H-1B Indians and all that shit, and your OnlyFans jobs will be taken by foreign. And so and I remember we reported he gave that speech of like, yeah, people won't be happy, but they'll just, you could watch his fucking speech about it.
Yeah.
How he didn't want to hurt business. It's easy to get illegals out. You go to the fucking business and go, where's everybody's fucking papers? You could do that anytime you want. But the deal is to not do that. So what do they do instead? Masked cops, and they just stand in the street and demand papers off people. Yo, I didn't know that's what ICE... I mean, the temper I would have if someone just stopped me, solely based on my eyebrows.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They are stopping people now. Okay, now. Not they. Civilians are now stopping people, trying to play the cops. they gaslight you, and then they do the thing that they gaslighting you for.
And once my papers, I would like the thing of where I wouldn't accelerate on a cop because I feel they shoot me. Like, yo, I would accelerate on a guy like that.
Well, yeah,
in an unmarked Subaru.
Yeah.
And a lot of these protests, by the way, when you hear the honking, the honking is not some like. There are AstroTurf liberal dipshit programmed to get killed by a cop. They're trying to make these situations happen. Clearly, they wanted that to happen so everybody see it, so you can follow.
Welcome to the chat.
All
Jen.
you got to do is steer the people towards each other, and then wait for the fucking fireworks and use it to their advantage, like they've done with everything your whole life, right? Like the BLM. The handy protesting bricks were left out.
That was very nice.
Did we ever find out what philanthropists left all the protest bricks for people? No, I guess we're not looking into it.
Unsolved mystery.
Yeah,
a good Samaritan left all those bricks. But you're right. So they engineer things like this so we fight each other so they can keep
we played go watch Jimmy Dore show.
They left all that stuff too. For the homeless, for the people that are living on the streets, and then they'll just duke it out themselves too. But yeah, those are all placed out. I've seen them.
We got watch clips of it. The smart now, them people who are smart, not gunning their gas pedal like fucking idiots. We're just recording them what they're doing, and ICE looks real bad. It should be up by now on Jimmy's channel. The shit they're doing will boil your blood, and it's some guy that worked at Staples yesterday, and now he's got a mask and he can pull you over. Yo, I don't think I would have enough self-control in that situation of a guy knows not a real cop coming out of a fucking Subaru, who's shorter than me, and calling me a bitch while he does it.
Right.
I would get shot, I bet, dude, just from because even if I wasn't physically going to react, I'm verbally going to say something where someone's going to want to kill me, Yeah,
for sure.
So, just watching it will set you off, just watching the ICE thing. And it was amazing how much I went from watching a lady gunning her gas and being like, do you think that's a good idea, bitch? Like, that annoyed her. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, yo, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
And I could think of all my liberal friends from New York that I think that if you have an attacker and you pull a gun, you might be provoking the attacker to attack you. Just think of the logic of it. I know you've heard a fuckwit liberal say this.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say people I like have said it, but I just cannot believe that went into their brain, that concept. So you're telling me that the thing I have to de-escalate right fucking now, any way I want, that is going to set off the unarmed person.
Right.
Well, I hope then they should get shot because that's a very insane, dangerous person.
Well, it's nice to be worried about the criminal. It's like you don't want to trigger the guy robbing
That's
you.
Canadian. It's downright Canadian is what it is. And they've got laws like that there where you're like, just try to give him as much.
They have laws that protect criminals.
You haven't seen that?
No, that's insane.
Yeah, Canada is getting... Canada's done, dude. When they elected that Mark Carney guy, they were done. It's over. Canada's over. I mean, maybe Alberta, we're going to kidnap Greenland to form the Technate, that's been in the works since like the 70s.
And that's the thing is, so we're just all on board in full imperialism.
Gives a shit what you were on board for it. They're going to tell you you're on board for it. You could just make up the polls if you want. There's literally nothing safe to go on with this shit. What did Coleman say about Venezuela?
Oh, yeah, let's go back to Coleman.
Venezuela. If the policy here is actual regime change, in other words, not just decapitating Maduro and replacing Maduro with a second worst alternative, if we were to actually affect regime change in Venezuela, that would almost certainly be a good thing for the people of Venezuela and for American interests. It would be an enormous waste of U.S. military resources, and I would be very critical of the Trump administration. The truth is, I don't know which path we're going down, right? It's very early.
Right.
We're getting different.
Doesn't know the fucking path. For a guy that's an arch Zio defender like that, who's been coached to do it by whoever's paying him or whatever the fuck he gets to do it, okay, he knows goddamn well where we're fucking going with that. We're going to World War III to invade Iran, and they're going to shut the Strait of Hormuz, so Israel was going to need some oil. So now they're going to...
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's just like, he should know that much at the very least.
Yes.
Okay, somebody that's smart. But here's the thing, Professor Zhang said yesterday that, I don't even know what the...
Professor
Maduro... So
Yang.
Maduro's anti-Zionist, right? And it looked like he was provoking it. And he's a Jewish guy, by the way, Maduro. And he didn't like Israel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A self-hating Jew.
No, it's...
I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm kidding.
really what he is a CIA agent.
Oh.
Fucking Trump, this is what Zhang suggested to me, that Trump is disrupting whatever the CIA previously had going in Venezuela. Now, when all those Venezuelan gangs were here you kept hearing about, I was like, oh, are you going to arrest the CIA? Because that's who put that here. Without it, you never heard of Tren de la Ragua ever or any of this shit. So that's CIA 100%. Okay, so that part's believable. And there's clearly two factions. There's the maniac Israel faction, and then there's, I don't know, what the Chinese. Israel and China are tight, so I don't really know the exact divides. And it appears there's like a lot of crossover. But Trump's brings him and his wife back. He's in on it, Maduro. He's being brought. All that energy weapon shit you heard, that,
Right.
you know, that's all bullshit. I mean, they blew up shit there, of course. You got to kill some people and make it real. And then he's going to testify that the Democrats and Venezuela and parts of the CIA rigged the 2020 election when he stands up in court to get Ghislaine immunity. And
Wow.
that was Zhang's prediction. I mean, I guess we'll see.
That
But
sounds
that's a
pretty plausible.
very good prediction, man.
That sounds
I wouldn't have
plausible.
come up with that one.
All right, so that let's take that back. Right.
He's in on it, Maduro. He's being brought. All that energy weapon shit you heard, that,
Right.
you know, that's all bullshit. I mean, they blew up shit there, of course. You got to kill some people and make it real. And then he's going to testify that the Democrats and Venezuela and parts of the CIA rigged the 2020 election when he stands up in court to get Ghislaine immunity. And
Wow.
that was Zhang's prediction. I mean, I guess we'll see.
That
But
sounds
that's
pretty
a
plausible.
very good prediction, man.
That sounds
I wouldn't have
plausible.
come up with that one. But it does answer a lot of fucking weird questions, because a
Yeah.
lot of this shit has been a lot of pageantry. The Iran bombing from Top Gun 2 they did was a pageant. Larry Ellison's fucking kid produced the movie. His weird, no eyebrow, half lizard boy is the one that fucking produced Top Gun fucking 2. And I thought it was suspicious there was no wokeness in that movie. It was like eerie.
It was programming. They were setting the stage.
And I thought they were talking about something with Russia, but no, they're talking about Iran.
Wow, yeah. It was very vague. They didn't even specify who the villain was in Top Gun, right?
Most people will tell you it was Russia because they just assumed, because that's who we hated the most at the time.
Wow, yeah.
And I did. I assumed it was like, I knew they didn't say it, but you're supposed to think it. But and there was a MiG, you know, those MiG jet fighters, so that's a Russian plane with some shit, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It didn't even occur to me Iran, but I didn't know anything about Larry Ellison at the time. But it was really a creepy fucking movie, dude. First of all, he took out all the gay subtext volleyball scenes, which is the only reason to watch it. Okay.
Yeah. Why
They had all their
even see
call
it?
signs like I don't know, Goose Jr. I thought they were putting their pronouns on their uniforms.
He, him.
Beaver, get the fucking. And then it was all about how the son of the guy that died in the first one, fighting the Soviets, I guess. How that guy, his son, who's played by the kid from that jazz movie with, J.K.
Well,
Oh, yes.
welcome to the
Right.
chat lounge.
Rowling, the bald man, not the writer.
Yeah. The
Simmons, J.K.
J.K.
Simmons.
Simmons. Yeah. What's it called? Not My Tempo? I forgot.
I don't know. It's all
Yeah.
some bullshit. But that guy, Miles Teller,
Thanks for hanging out.
is the son of Goose.
That's right.
And his mom doesn't want him to join the Navy Air Force because, his dad died in that horse shit. And I mean, it wasn't like a real war, let's face it, in Top Gun Part 1. I mean, I doubt Nobody probably even knew about his. And anyway, it was all about shut up and let your kid die too, bitch.
A great moral.
Tom Cruise will be there. He'll help him. He'll help the boy.
Shut up and let your kids die. Yeah, that's a good lesson.
That's from Larry Ellison's eyebrowless son. I don't know what his fucking name is, but he's the one that has bought Paramount.
Oh wow, shit. Oh, but isn't that owned by Netflix now, or?
I don't know. They're in some talks. Anyway, fucking Coleman sounds like he's a golem. Like they just program him. Like a rabbi goes like this on his head and tells him what to fucking say.
Yeah.
David, look at him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man.
His love is real, but he is not. This fucking android. Yeah.
There's a lot of these android people. Do you think like Elon Musk is human?
Yeah. More than this guy. Look at him.
They're all
Elon Musk has eyebrows.
You're right. There's levels to the.
What is this guy? Mia Goth? You look like Mia Goth, you fuck. Look at ew.
Wait,
brother, ew.
Is this a trend?
Brother.
He does. This is fucking.
Look at his fucking dad.
Oh,
That's the real president of the United States, by the way.
Really?
That guy, yeah, that piece of shit.
He's got the Epstein list.
Yo, forget about Epstein. It's not a big deal.
Epstein? Wait a minute. We can't.
Are you
forget
still
about
on
Epstein.
that?
Yeah. What happened to Epstein, man?
What are you still on that? This fucking mutant.
Yeah.
Look how he smiles like the fucking Vincent D'Onofrio in Men in Black when a bug puts on a human suit.
Yeah, like the skin isn't.
Look how his mouth goes like this, and you know he was specially anally trained by his dad. You know that's how they do. Oh wow. Yeah, the fourth eye they gotta open it. You know you got to make sure your kids are the same amount of psychopath as you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how you program them.
Yeah,
you just like first of all, my kid's already gonna be a fucking half lizard.
What the fuck is that? The mom?
No, it's his lesbo sister.
Jesus.
Okay,
that's
let's
just
get
him
this.
in
Is
a wig.
creepy. Let's get this out of here.
And honestly, that's a great point. It probably is just him and that's why he's got no eyebrows, so he can convert to his sister at a moment's notice.
He can draw them on.
Whoa.
Yo, that's a good tip.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see.
Was.
It's like he always wanted a son, and she never quite lived up to his expectations.
Tip.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
It's just like they're in charge of all the media, except I think Netflix, which is still in the hold of like pure Satanists.
Okay, good.
The Zio Satanists would like to take it from the other Satanists.
It's just fractioning Satanists.
Well, Satan just means like the adversary. So the people that think you're a different species than them. So, and they show it by their actions and their plants in your fucking face every fucking day. Also, they told you women have dicks for 12 years and you have to believe it in your heart like it's Jesus. Remember that? Yeah. So nothing should be crazy to you after you sat there like fucking assholes and tried to integrate that into your fucking worldview. That you, not just being polite, you have to, whatever retard fucking anime spurg fuck nonsense that comes out of a fucking stunted child that doesn't know shit about shit, you better immediately internalize that.
Yeah.
And believe it like it's reality. Everybody put up with that for 12, and the only reason they pushed that shit, and you know what? You know why it went on that long? Because that's how long you fucking losers would tolerate it. You'd all go, "They're my job and my career." So you just tolerate a cock in your fucking mouth all day. Unless you like cock in your mouth, then you're not getting any cock in your mouth. You got to go eat pussy. Whatever you don't like, you got to do it to prove your loyalty to the thing.
So it's not
and every one of you fucking cows prove your loyalty every day, don't you? You whore. Who am I talking to?
People need to hear.
Mother. I'm not talking to my mom. I didn't mean that.
No, I'm sure your mom is a sweet lady.
Baby, just go.
All right, here is Here's what I wanted to show you with old Duck and Trussell.
They openly talk about exploiting you.
So it's
they
like,
openly exploit you. They
do they do that in the emails? They openly talk about
Oh
exploiting?
yeah, absolutely.
I haven't read any.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay. And here we are. So, same place, same studio, same thing. Oh, he's feeling left out. Man, I wish I could hang out and talk to them. I got theories I want to say. Meh. Again, I think Metzger should have been on the other chair, but they wanted to do that center shot with the media. But this is ridiculous. Okay. The other guy, Trey, needs to be sitting here. Metzger needs to be in the other chair. I can't believe they did this. And look at this. He's like, I knew this was a bad idea. I'm going to start my own show. God. And Metzger's purposely closing him out because Metzger secretly wishes he had that shirt. So he's going to go and buy one. Metzger's going to go and buy a Bass Pro Shop shirt. And he is icing him out. He is basically like ice. And he is creating a wall for this immigrant to experience things. And but what he wants to do is to be able to buy it, wear it, and be like, what? Oh, he had one too? Oh, I didn't know. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, he definitely needs to lift. That's when I first saw. I was like, wow, he is like poofy. It almost looks fake. It's very soft. He looks like one of those video games that's just, kind of like a ragdoll kind of thing. Just his arms would just kind of go like this, and it's like can you pull yourself up, Metzger? First of all, can you carry your own weight? Let's just say no. Okay. So I don't think you can carry 230 pounds, and that's being generous. I'm sure you're probably 245. 45. Oh, 45. That's that logos coming into fruition. Because I know one day I'm going to be 45. But you got to be able to pull yourself up, Can you do a push-up? Have you put some resistance on the earth at any point of your adult life? Okay, so Wizard is a 6'4" guy and says pull-ups are harder for us big dudes, to be fair. Okay. Yep. A lot of mass. Gotcha. Yeah, with me, I'm just being 4'3", I can go whoa, 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 and I'm like it's like I'm doing Kreischer push-ups. It's weird. It looks unnatural at how well I do it. But look he is so iced out. He's like, man, this isn't fair. No, he's pretty cool, but Metzger's doing it on purpose. Oh, you can do 10. Ooh, 10.
They
All right.
openly talk about exploiting you.
Oh, let me get on the right page
It was,
here.
well, like nonsense. So now you got masked, and so
Masked soldiers
Let me tell you,
walking around.
let me point out someone I particularly fucking dislike that I see on YouTube. Jeremy
Clip Virgin.
Pie Face fucking quartering. That guy's I really dislike him now.
Who's Jeremy Quarterman?
That's
his last name.
He's gross. I can't believe why do you even say his name? I had to unfollow, and I hate to say this, but I had to unfollow Kino the Casino because of the overabundance coverage of it. Now here I am. I've been covering a lot of Kurp, so I hope that doesn't hurt my numbers. There's just a lot of material out there, but I just wanted to stop seeing the Quartering's face. There are other things to look at and talk about than quartering. Why? Oh, he had coffee business or something. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God. And he's I mean, whatever. He's got his thing, but oh my God, I can't believe it's even a thing. What are you guys even talking about? No, I'm just, bottom feeder. So they are far. I'm punching up. Okay, people don't understand why. How is it that Rogan's like? How is it that people that, well, yeah, make fun of and criticize people that are in a bigger position? They just want our position. No, it's called punching up. Okay, we don't punch down to people that are lower than us. We punch up to the bigger guys because it's kind of fun. And it feels odd with the quartering. Okay, there's just something with his quiet confidence that just really gets at me. I can't you should be more anxious. No, I don't watch, but just can't look at the face.
It's not quartering. It's something shittier than that. But his channel's like quartering, and it would just pop up in my algorithm based on other.
Yeah. He's talking about Clip Virgin. He's like, who's this guy popping up in my algorithm?
Really dislike him now.
Who's Jeremy Quarterman?
No, his last name's not quartering. It's something shittier than that. But his channel's like quartering, and it would just pop up in my algorithm based on other shit. Okay, and he's like,
yeah, it's Kino Casino. That's exactly. So I had to keep saying not interested when quartering was being pushed on me because Kino Casino was pushing it, and then I had to do all the not interested stuff, and then eventually I had to unfollow Kino Casino. So I got to take a little bit of break. I'll start watching them when they cover some other stuff, and I barely even watch them.
every bad take you could have or non-researched. I'm trying to hit that you know how they do with a bounty?
The market.
Like, we want you to say this. And
oh, right, yeah.
If you get enough engagement, you get like 30 grand of this 50 grand.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So there's the bounty. So it does not mean murdering someone. So that's good. It is the mockingbird technique, where everyone says the same kind of stuff and they get paid to do it. Oh, I can't wait. 30 grand, 50 grand. Oh, singing the party line's praises. Oh, come all ye like I'll do old hymns just for the Republic. For 50 grand, she be Jumanji.
It's Nick Sartor, I think, explained how they're called clip.
Oh,
I don't know, clip houses.
Go on, say it, Clip Virgin.
Yeah.
Metzger already said Virgin probably 5 times, all in a row. It's like, Virgin, he's seen our stuff. Oh my God! Don't watch our stuff, Metzger. We're not ready. Okay, I need more time. I got big plans. No, I have no plans.
And so anyway,
many
he clearly is
plans.
going for that bounty. And there's a fucking online beggar who also has his own jet now. Wow. So he'll start saying how he's broke. No, it's not it.
That's okay. Anyway, keep going.
He'll start saying how he's broke and then start begging. Right?
Yeah.
And anyway, so once you do that enough, there's a bunch of autistic jackals online who will do the fine work of picking you apart, which has been done many times. But now I'm watching him with the ICE thing. He goes, "Oh, hey, here, put him talking about ICE." Don't play his dumb face because we won't come out of that coma. But
so
his fucking
you get Kundalini psychosis if you watch quartering. You're like,
Jeremy for the quartering. In fact, probably. Maybe I'm helping him. I don't know. But
yeah, you're
no, you got
maybe he just needs more views or something. I don't know what the situation is. I guess something happened where people stopped liking him. It might have had something to do with his coffee business, I guess. Or maybe he was gambling his money. I don't know. But Kino Casino for sure does. They covered it all.
It's quartering. But no.
Quartering is like 5 years ago. Like 5 years ago, he was saying kind of edgy stuff, or not. He was covering, right wing, edgy kind of stuff that people weren't really doing. But now everyone does that. But he's like a big guy too. Big, yeah.
That's not how you spell quartering. Are you from this country? Quartering? No.
No. Yeah, she's from Venezuela.
QUA.
I thought Argentina.
Because of Magic. Yeah, Magic the Gathering.
Venezuela.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you're welcome.
She's actually happy about it. Yeah, they all are, I guess. Over there, they're happy.
They're not all happy. How do you think somebody stays in power that long if everyone's happy about that?
That's true. Yeah.
There's a bunch of AI shit. Mm-hmm. And all the Venezuelans you meet, keep in mind, we're not from the people starving that would vote for Chavez.
That's a great point. Yeah,
you ain't going to meet them, but there's enough of them that guy got in by an election.
Yeah, like nobody ever talks about what happens before a guy like that gets into power.
Because they don't care. Everything's geared around poor people should kill themselves. And the way where I live is set up, the homeless there are so fucking irritating and out of control that you're like, it's very easy to be like, go fuck, dude. New York is different than here. There's too many like weak ass motherfuckers in this town that don't understand what the fuck they're looking at, and they'll just not deal with it and not deal with it. It's almost like on purpose. Is really what it is.
Well, I guess it's easier to.
What a dumb fuck. Who runs this town, dude? Does anybody?
Yeah, that's interesting. So that they don't have like the edginess of the New Yorkers to kind of scoot them along. Like, yeah, just go. They just kind of accept it, and they're just slowly taking over more and more territory. But I guess if you live on an island, you would be a little bit more territorial, I guess.
You know,
isn't that guy in the wheelchair? Or
no, that's the governor.
The governor, yeah. Who does run this town? I don't know. Fucking. Is this it? This guy?
His face fucking sucks, dude. So it's like strange. Hey guys, Jeremy. I fucking can't stand him. But where's
ICE?
So here he is jumping on this stupid Somali thing. Okay, I'm sure there's a real scam there. Trump's already pardoned a guy involved in the scam. I want to make that note up front.
Yeah.
Also, it's a drop in the bucket. Who cares about fucking Minnesota at all? Yo, how about that child trafficking ring that Mossad and CIA ran that you suck Bill Clinton's cock at? Yeah. Are we going to get into that? No, okay.
Well, we got to get the Somalians.
Oh, get that. Well, fine, but I'm not against getting whatever previous CIA bullshit. There's all some inner war going on with people's assets, and there's a lot of them in the country.
Right.
And so basically the mafia, the fucking, I guess the Zio mafia is going after the other mafia's fucking little operations. But they're not going to go after their own. You know, like the one Charlie Kirk's wife ran. Right?
Of course, right, yeah.
Fucking, by the way, Fort Hawk Chua.
And I guess she's pregnant. Ooh. Watch out. JD. Allegedly.
It's a fucking MK Ultra place. It's always been that. I don't understand what. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, I can't look at this guy's fucking.
Yeah, let's cut that off.
Dude, Mikey No More channel. I watch his.
Okay, I will. But the Somalian, that's a good point. So that's mostly a distraction because that was a critique of a lot of people where it's like, this Somali thing, they're
distraction. Okay, look, distraction makes
and they're tapping into racism that obviously exists. So it's like these black people are foreign.
Yeah, but Somali.
No. That is. I don't want to get into it. Never mind.
I don't know if you've been around people from that part of the world with Somalis. Somalis don't. Black people's a real American concept, and Somalis would be like the low end to most Africans. In England, they treat the Somali. Well, when I was there, they treat them. In fact, they were so mean to this dude on the show. QB, his name was. I thought he was good at singing. I don't know. I don't know anything, but they didn't like him because it's all Jamaican, Nigerian. They don't fucking like Somalis. Anyway, this guy ended up joining ISIS later.
He went from
but you know, so it's mostly the Somali thing ain't about no racial thing. It's about Muslim shit.
What I mean is they're tapping in. They know there's a lot of.
No, it's about the billions of dollars, and the people who are involved are saying that they're being attacked because it's a Muslim thing. And then all the Karens think it's because it's a skin color thing. Black Hawk Down version 2.0. I'm trying to remember what happened in that. I'm sure it's a yeah. What were they trying to? Who were they trying to rescue? Are there
racist people on the right and to distract from any pedophilia?
Listen, a bunch of that.
I can show you. There's comments that proves that there's people. That
I would never go by anything from the internet of comments or tweeters.
No,
okay?
but it exists though, right? We can all acknowledge that there are just
listen to what I'm saying.
People,
okay, like people's natural state ain't to be like that the way it's claimed. This stuff is specifically stoked up in certain ways. No, they're trying to lean into the Muslim thing first, okay? Not the race thing.
You're right.
They're trying to get the Muslim.
No, it's the billions of dollars worth of fraud that was going on in the city that was exposed, and 98% of the people involved were Somalians. And it was all Somalian services, daycare centers, learning centers. It's all Somalian. So it's not a religious thing. But maybe they I don't know. Maybe it is, and they're saying that they're just using the money thing as a false flag. Well, it's not false. I mean, it's true, but.
Hey, why? Because it's a Mossad push thing. That's what's going on in Iran right now. Mossad pushed all those fucking fake, by the way, those are Israeli fake fucking protests from Kurds and shit that the Mossad compromised. And they used Starlink to do it. And guess what? China and fucking Russia helped Iran track those Starlinks. So they killed a bunch of those Mossad assets.
Wow.
That just happened. That ain't going to be on the fucking news. And I hope they did, but let's face it.
Maybe it's on Canvas.
Israel's the most fucked up, psychopathic golem of a state I've ever fucking heard of. Which is not a thing I blame Jews for, because the people that set it up, I think, hate Jews as much as they hate a Christian or a Muslim. I think they fucking worship like Baal. So
the goat demon?
No, Baal is not a goat. It just means like master. Oh, and that's Shia LaBeouf's twin sister. It pops up online now. She's a Epstein's niece. Nepotism.
So I feel like that's a good point. Is the government of Israel? It's not just all Jewish people. They don't even like other Jews. It's bigger than that.
Don't worry about Israel so much, dude, because it really is, in the end of the day, the thing. The end of the day, the thing is going to be the technate. Venture capital is taking over. They're going to have. We're gonna have like Oceania and Euro Asia and shit. They're gonna have China, Russia, America. And America's gonna be the whole. And this is like the Greater Israel Project. This is the Greater America Project that these techno fucking freaks came up with. They're all oligarchs. They're gonna have you do this thing where you subscribe to government like it's Netflix. I'm not making that up. I'm not making up a single part of that.
I can't afford another subscription.
Government is considered a service that you will, and if you don't like your government, you can just.
Government's going to be like cable.
There's a competing, yeah.
Can I use my parents'
as great
to the government?
Let them talk.
Yeah, probably. There'll be market competition of government. So all these fucking weird shaped dick eggheads have come up with the most insane nonsense because they literally don't know how humans think. They're that fucking spurgy and experimented on and fucking freaks that they cannot envision the way a human thinks.
Yeah.
And they think themselves way better than you because they can't. And so it's a kind of retardation also. Like, go back to Larry Ellison and his fucking goofy son. Please look at, you could tell. You see, look at their two faces. That one's like too good of a picture of him. But you see his fucking repulsive Kenny Rogers eyes he got? Yeah, he looks Asian now.
Yeah. Like face surgery or something.
So it's like you could just look at him and see the level that they're purely retarded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is that, inbreeding? God damn.
Well, certainly that.
Yeah.
Best case scenario for inbreeding, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, like that's a good picture of him.
Child.
I mean, he looks like a goddamn, not even Star Trek, like a Babylon 5 alien. Look at this fucking lizard, dude.
Yeah, it looks like makeup. It does look like the skin.
And by the way, they're not religious. That has nothing to do with his Judaism. I doubt that they have any kind of reverence to anything. What that is a fucking look at. Nobody just doesn't have eyebrows unless something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
He is his sister.
Yeah.
You're dead right, dude. You know what?
Yeah, he is his sister.
I'm not even going to research it. I'm all in.
That's it.
Larry Ellison has one kid that switches between brother and sister.
What's the betting app? Can I bet on whether or not he is his sister?
Oh, yeah. By the way, Polymarket.
Polymarket, yeah.
That controls America now, I guess.
Well, I wondered why there's a reason you're not allowed to bet on every single thing because it's easy to rig, which is what Polymarket is. That's what well, how come everybody gets away with doing a hawk tua on somebody?
A blowjob?
You know what I mean.
With the hawk tua.
Yeah, the president of Argentina hawk tua'd his people. We just bailed him out. Trump did a hawk tua right when he got in.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Every
the
fucking major, and then the Mafia podcast. One guy did a shit coin. Like, I know it was a good coin. Why is that going on like it is? Well, you remember the FTX kid?
Yes.
And he was big on, you gotta have regulation because crypto to be safe, but you have to have regulations, regulation. So what they're doing is, it's a free-for-all. But by the way, I would say they're letting
It's basically like Ethan Klein.
Everyone know, go ahead and do it. Please keep doing crypto coin schemes. Because the more people that lose their shit are going to go, somebody's got to change the law. And they don't have an infrastructure yet for the digital currency they want. They don't have the infrastructure all set up. How do you get that infrastructure? Well, if you're Elon, you say Dogecoin, a joke shitcoin these guys made to make like fun of crypto or something.
Yeah.
With a word, he makes that go up. Okay? That's a thing he's certainly conscious of, or his Mormon handler is conscious of.
Right.
He has a Mormon guy that fucking is clearly his programmer and handler. Why would Elon, never mind, is Elon human? Why does he have a fucking...
It seems like there's edits. I don't know if they're hard edits or just glitches, but there seem to be a few of them throughout.
Yeah.
With a word, he makes that go up. Okay? That's a thing he's certainly conscious of, or his Mormon handler is conscious of.
Right.
He has a Mormon guy that fucking is clearly his programmer and handler. Why would Elon, never mind, is Elon human? Why does he have a fucking Mormon right-hand man? Why?
That's his handler, yeah.
Who's in charge of his sperm is my guess. His weird sperm shipping.
He ships his sperm out.
Dude, Mormons are a fucked up cover for a coven. It's always what it's been. Most of the religions, yes. Most religions are cover stories for a tight-knit coven. Most of the American religions, really, the ones that aren't, they're going to be infiltrated and be turned into that like a tick. The people that, when I used to think of I thought an atheist was like, you just don't worship any God, and not that you were saying definitively. They were pushing that for a while. It's agnostic's a thing. Like, atheist means you don't have a God you worship. So I'm like, okay. So when I thought that sounded like, okay, reasonable, what I didn't realize is, no, that's not what people mean when they say there is no God. They're going, so that's going to be me now as God.
I'm God, yeah.
I thought they were selling as like the freedom of no one's your fucking, you don't have to worship nothing. No, dude, now we have to create a God. Oh, bad news, there's no God. There's a power vacuum.
Yeah, you worship yourself.
And, what are we going to fill it with for life and meaning? How about me? Think about me.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
that's a very Hollywood liberal thing, right? They push that. Like,
it's all bullshit. There's only the fucking, look at this one in the middle here. Go on the top row. Not that one, next to it. Look at that one. Look at this fucking... Look at this skin suit pulled over a fucking bug thing from Men in Black.
Yeah.
Look at him. That motherfucker thinks he's God. The book's called The Difference Between God and Larry Ellison. And I can't remember what the punchline on the title is, but
wow.
So that's a pure psychopath, dude. These kids look like homunculi to me. Anyway, they rule you, just so you know, so I am punching out.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is, I guess we all just have to sit back and let it happen. There's nothing, because some people say, well, you get out and vote.
You got to put your ankles back by your ears.
And take it.
Yeah, get good at
No, you could just stop consenting for your fucking pussy career, pussies.
What do you mean?
All the pussy. They got if just on every level. If something ain't right, you know. I'm not saying you, but you see what I'm saying. Like going, well, my career. I can't take you. I can't go to my career.
Right.
I can't. I better just go along to get along. And my career. Are you a yo? You deserve it. You deserve. That's how they get away with it. You got to consent. So stop consenting.
It's all about
But
consent.
stop making excuses for kidnapping the president of Venezuela, you stupid cunts. Maybe that would help.
Well,
Stop going, oh, they might dox the ICE agent. You mean cops that shouldn't have? All these motherfuckers like that fucking roundhead fucking sack of shit Jeremy hated it when HBO made Watchmen, the woke Watchmen series based on the comic. And all the cops had masks like that. And we're kicking in the white trailer park doors. And I just woke it. I don't know why it's just woke, whatever. Yeah, it was a woke nightmare, shithead. Now we have it, and you love it. And I'll bet you a bunch of them ICE people. Do you know how unqualified? Put a Slate ICE hire. This fucking chick got hired by ICE. It's like an app. The same tech they used to like let people claim asylum with no fucking vetting.
Yeah.
They're clearly using the same thing to hire the cops to get them.
Are you serious?
Yo, she got hired.
She failed a drug test. Like, it didn't matter at all.
What?
Yeah.
Who is this girl?
This chick. And they're trying to say she lied. Nah, she didn't. They fucking finalized. They try to go, no, it was a tentative thing.
I don't have
no.
the video linked in this one.
Go on Jimmy Dore show when you get a chance. It's on there. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it. What a fucking joke. So they didn't have enough people.
Yeah, these people, the bar is very low, and so I feel like
anybody hiring illegals, you're going to prison for fucking 30 years. Watch how quick the illegals are giving up without having to hire psychopath retards that want to test their MMA out.
Just change the law, right? Instead of hiring these crazy.
The law, you should be have you ever heard of anyone, and I watch convict shows all the time. Have you ever heard of anyone talk about how they met a guy in the joint who went to prison for hiring illegals?
Never.
It's like trying to find Venezuelan cocaine. I ain't never heard of that. I heard of every country in South America connected with cocaine except fucking Venezuela. That's the one I've never heard of. Is that weird?
It is kind of weird that they would go with that. And then also at the same time tell us it's just about
because fuck you. What are you going to do? You took that Epstein thing with the black boxes on the pages.
Yeah.
That proved BLM was behind Epstein, basically.
Well, Dan Bongino says nothing happened, so he's seen the files.
Yeah, and he was like, I got to get back to the podcast world.
Yeah,
I need to fight the battles of Dave Smith.
Yeah, he's like, let me fight a battle I can win because I'm losing with these pedophiles.
Who little Fuentes twat was exposed? Was he not? That's my favorite fucking.
About
thing.
what?
That he's a
Being
fucking
gay?
plant. No, if you look, let me say something straight up. If we really lived in medieval Catholic trad times that he supposedly wishes it was like. Just the shape of his fucking creepy hands alone would be the sign of a witch and that he is a homunculus, which he is.
Yeah.
He didn't come from a womb. He came from he's an abomination, his physical being itself. Okay? He would be burned at the stake just for his hands.
Yeah.
His hands look like Nikki Glazer's feet. Nikki's beautiful, but not her Nick Fuentes' hand feet. I don't know if those are real pictures. I don't care. I don't care about feet. I want to make that clear. I'm not a foot guy.
No, yeah. It's not the...
I ain't one of these foot people, and fuck you if you are.
Well, no,
You're
hey.
deviant.
We're body positivity podcast over here. You know,
No, I'm not talking about positivity. Some hobo complimented my girlfriend's feet. He had like a bag over his shoulder and a teardrop tattoo. He goes, "You have beautiful feet." And I will pull. I'll pull a Glock on you for that, dude. And I have to.
Yeah.
But you don't get it. You kids that think not to do that, you don't get it.
You gotta.
There's perverts out there. Do you understand?
Tell your girlfriend to cover her feet.
They think they were covered. It didn't make any sense. They think feet are the tits of the legs. These fucking degenerates.
And
they call them leg tits.
And they run the government.
They call them ankle tits. Only a hollow point's the only cure for when you're that far gone.
Do you know about this guy Fishbone? What's his name?
Fishbone?
Yeah,
the black
Fishbone.
heavy metal guy?
No, what's this guy?
He was one of the early black pioneers of metal.
Oh yeah, James Fishback Syntax. Have you heard of this? Let's play a little bit of this.
Fishback? Why is he called Fishback?
First of its kind OnlyFans sin tax.
Talk about
if
gay
you are a
guys.
so-called OnlyFans creator in Florida, you are going to pay 50% to the state on whatever you so-called earn via that
Holy
online degeneracy platform.
But then they're going to charge me more on OnlyFans.
Used to fund our education system. Will be
I'd be
used to
proud. I'd be
fund-
like,
Okay, I just want to
You can
pause.
pause it. Yeah, let's pause it right there.
Okay.
So this guy, he's OnlyFans tax.
Okay, first of all, he's got clear glasses.
Did you say
it's a very-
syntax?
Now,
Jeez.
do people think that Florida is a real county? This is a real state.
It's not really a real place. You're right. Yeah.
Florida doesn't exist.
It's all in your
They've
head.
told you it, and maybe you went there, but how do you know where you were? That OnlyFans thing is like Trump's letting illegal OnlyFans people stay. So I don't know if there's something with that, but it's just nonsense. It's just fucking complete, utter nonsense. A syntax on OnlyFans. Let's say he got elected. I'll bet you he wouldn't get that through.
Well, how could you? I mean, who would actually?
First of all, James Fishback, of all people, should know that the rabbis that own OnlyFans are not going to allow themselves to be taxed. Boca Raton won't have this. The good folks of Boca are not going to put up with a tax on, this Chabad operation of OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But, who's the main guy? What's the fucking governor of Florida's name now? DeSantis?
DeSantis. Yeah.
So he's a goddamn Guantanamo guy.
What do you mean?
That's where he got his start, being a JAG officer at Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, really?
And the prisoners would go on hunger strikes, and he would ask them, he'd be, I'm here to represent you, and he would ask them what's bothering them. And then he'd go back and tell so they could do it more, whatever they hated the most.
Wow.
And the reason we know this, or I think I'd take this as fucking gospel, I'd say. The people they had grabbed up that weren't related to terror, but, unfortunately everybody's named fucking Muhammad where they're from, them people that they had to let go eventually, they all told that story. So the people the government said they had nothing to do with it, we have to let them go. They said that motherfucker came in to ask why we were going on hunger strikes, and we told him, and then they used it to torture us more. And so he went far, of course.
Yeah, with him.
Plus, he goes to Israel to sign anti-free speech bills. Like, they signed them in Israel, which I don't even understand.
Crazy. That's crazy. Like,
the people said kidnapping the president of Venezuela was crazy, but we pulled it off.
we did it, and that's
And
a good
then
thing. We
Greenland.
did. Yeah, Greenland. Is
I heard
next.
Greenland's got an illegal machine gun. I thought that his vice president that looks like E.T. Maduro. What's that lady that looks like E.T. that's the vice president of Venezuela?
I don't know.
Do you know? Oh my God, she looks like E.T. so hard, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's brutal how much this bitch looks like E.T. So I figured they were all sick of Maduro, even his people, and they gave him up. Hey, E.T., look at her.
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
I'm
That's
like, yo, the
ET.
next one's even better. Look at the next one after it. No, that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
put her in a bike basket.
So I assumed that she had conspired with the CIA to get they've tried to get Maduro many times. It didn't fucking the Bay of Piglets thing and many times, and it hadn't worked. Why? So I figured, well, obviously, something's at some breaking point where they're like, "Fuck it, we'll do business." Because just during the embargo with Russia,
Yeah.
when Biden was in, they were begging Maduro for oil. We covered that story.
that's
They
right,
went.
that's
The guy, Biden's chief of dick sucking, I guess, had to go blow Maduro to ask for oil because, if you recall, and this is bipartisan, when Nancy Pelosi hated Trump at the height of hating Trump and whatever, he gave that State of the Union address, and he goes, "I just want to say Juan Guaido, the rightful ruler." Do you remember Juan Guaido?
One
Juan Guaido, the rightful heir of power, whatever. And then Nancy Pelosi was applauding him, okay? Because they're all on board with that.
Wow.
Marco Rubio, by the way, who's like spearheading this, he's owned by Paul Singer. You ever see Paul Singer? Put Paul Singer, billionaire. Paul Singer's who owns Narco Rubio.
Did you say Narco Rubio?
That was his old nickname in Florida when he was living with his brother-in-law, who was a huge
really?
coke dealer. There you go, Paul Singer. Have you ever seen Not a Pedophile Face?
Yeah, that's the.
So this
that's the
sack of shit, okay, is he basically gets distressed debt from third world countries and then So he wants his money from when Venezuela stole our oil. He bought their debt. So you ever have a debt collector call you, and they try to haggle to get as close to they bought your debt for pennies, right? And then if you don't know your rights, you might pay them the full amount,
right? Yeah.
So that's what this asshole does to countries.
Oh my God.
All these people. I mean, look, you don't have to think of lizard people or nothing, dude. Just these people that exist are the biggest pieces of shit that have ever lived. Nothing they do is good, and everything they do hurt you. None of these people are good. Okay, the people that run financial fucking loan services. Okay, I'm not talking about because somebody's rich. There's all kinds of rich people. I don't give a fuck if you fucking. Who cares?
Yeah.
As long as you're not trying to put poison in me actively on purpose because you have some weird cult idea that humanity is going to be what you shape it. You know, like that's where these fucking whack jobs are. Venezuela has probably more honest elections than America, 100%. But watch and see if fucking Maduro testifies that because they were saying Venezuela rigged the elections. Do you remember hearing that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what? Everybody's what? Rightly so. Like that sounds fucking bad shit. Why would Venezuela have rigged the election?
Yeah,
but I bet you Jang's right that he's gonna come in and say that because remember how Ghislaine's in a nicer prison now because some Trump people went to talk to her.
The fuck?
And she gave testimony exonerating Trump.
That's it. He's innocent.
That's why Julian Assange, they would have let him out if he had said it wasn't Trump or Russia that leaked that shit.
Oh.
I don't know why Julian Assange didn't say. I wouldn't have the scruples to hide that it was Seth Rich who Hillary definitely had killed. Are you stupid?
Allegedly.
I don't have a... Yo, that bitch killed 500,000 kids as Secretary General. Or as the attorney, what's it called? Secretary of Defense?
Right.
Yeah, they starved, it turned out not to be that much. It was only like 250,000 Iraqi kids.
Okay.
Yo, if she starved 250,000 kids to death with, like, that casually, it's far-fetched to you that she would eat a kid's face?
I mean...
Are you fucking stupid? Who am I yelling at?
Mother?
Mother! So what I heard was that Maduro's his legal team or the judge on the case were all part of the 9/11 trials and cover-ups. Right?
Oh, of course.
They're the ones who pay. So it's their law firm and team.
Defending or...
At the time of 9/11, they were the ones who paid to do settlements to avoid going to court.
Oh.
And now he's the father of the law firm is the judge who's going to be on Maduro's case.
Whoa, Valentino with the secret Venezuela knowledge.
And these are all Zionist.
Of course.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. The capital of the world will be in Jerusalem when they will build the third temple. That third temple thing is so important for some reason, to people that are not religious. And again, the Jews that are not Zionists who think this is a blasphemy what they've made will tell you all this shit. Okay, like the whole thing is like a perverse. And if that sounds like rough to anybody, remember all the Christians of America, almost all of them are fake, and either they're in some energy draining cult of a witch, which is, I would say, that's like most of the ones. Oh, Pentecostals, charismaniacs, the ones that blah, 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 those ones.
No, what?
Talking in tongues, those ones?
You never heard that?
Oh, that's what you, yeah.
Yeah, do you know where that took off? The modern Pentecostals, where they took off from?
No.
So some guy that looked like Jesus named Avok Hagobian came here. Okay. Went to Palm Springs with William Branham, another con man, fucking piece of shit. And anyway, the Kardashian family is why we have the kind of Pentecostal shit we have.
Really?
The fucking not the mom, right? Chris, whatever. But that family is not new money like I had thought. They've been around a little bit. And they brought that shit in here. And so when people, and I mean, they tell you they're witches, by the way, the mom and the girl, they're all witches. They all say it.
It's like actual practice.
You understand? It's just Gwyneth Paltrow shit.
Right. Pussy magic?
Yeah. You see Erica
Kinda like dick
Badu
magic.
on fucking Drink Champs talk about, they always said she had like magic pussy. Now she got metal teeth and it looks fucking terrifying. Now she looks like a fucking
ridiculous.
swamp witch.
All I'm trying to say is I'm giving you a gift of body pussy incense, and I want everyone to enjoy it. And I enjoy making them, and I enjoy sharing them.
And you said, but you didn't make it.
Make what?
Make it like.
I made the incense, but I didn't make the legend. The legend made itself.
So the big question was, without being crude, how is it made? How did the
Did you
smell
dip
come
it?
about?
That's what he's
How does
asking.
smell come about? Well, most guys say that my vagina smells like strawberries and gunpowder.
Man, that sounds like a.
Oh, they call it brown in Africa.
So I tried to duplicate that, you know. I don't know. That's what they say. I don't know.
Okay, wait, that's not the right clip, but it was a fascinating clip.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I like how they have Monster. Is that the name of her pussy juice drink? Monster.
It's like they say it makes whatever. Oh,
Beast mode.
Reveals celebs get in bed with witches.
but she does this weird thing where she goes like, yeah, it makes, and I want to add animals, children.
What?
It makes them change jobs. I'm like, children with jobs that your pussy, what is happening? And they just all let it go. But that's a very crazy thing to say.
Man, so
Animals and children?
they're into some creepy shit, man. Yeah, that's how. Somebody said that Rob Reiner was into that.
What?
Just kind of like weird sex cult shit.
Why? Who said that? And what cult?
Dave Landau. I think he said he heard somebody say that.
Okay. Put in, will you put it on Rob Reiner, kiss on the lips, please? Kiss son on the lips.
Oh, man.
It's recent reports about their volatile relationship, intense arguments followed by reconciliations involving a kiss on the lips, as described by a stuntman on the set of their film Being Charlie. Okay, now put in Rob Reiner, Carl Reiner, kiss on the lips. Oh, there you go. Look at the multiple pictures of this. Go down. Look at images.
What?
Oh.
That one where he's holding his fucking head.
Oh.
So now you
That's
got
nice.
two generations.
That's
Yo,
nice.
dude.
Well, maybe it's
Okay.
like a soul transfer
Did
thing.
your
like
dad
with
kiss
Madonna.
you? Yeah, Did your dad ever kiss you on the lips? Did he put his hand on the back of your head while he did it?
No, he's never Erica Kirked me.
Did you ever take a Birdman? Will you get Birdman kiss on the lips? Let's compare
Okay.
it to Birdman.
Oh, my God.
Unnaturalness. Okay, so I'm going to venture to say that there's something funny going on there, and that's why Rick Reiner stabbed his... Oh, by the way, Rob Reiner made a video in '97 of how to touch your baby properly.
No, what?
Yes.
It's got to be AI.
Why? Why does it have to be AI?
I don't know. Who would make that video?
That's a good question. Rob Reiner did to kiss daddy on the lips.
Yeah, I appreciate you for coming. Tell the people where they can get some derp.
KurpMetzgerComedy.com are my upcoming dates, and you can derp with Kurp show, and I got a Jimmy Dore show I'm on, and I got a show coming out with Emergent Order called The Cutout.
Like and subscribe if you're a patriot, and we'll see you next time.
Well, there you go. Now, again, Kurp Metzger should have sat here. You should have sat over next to old Silent Bob in the corner in the two-shotter. Okay? The single shot with Kurp Metzger. Please. That was painful to watch. The Silent Bob character in the back swaying back and forth, trying to self-soothe because he was so angst up because he wanted to hang out with Kurp Metzger and he kept giving him the cold shoulder. But there you have it. Oh, the Trey Stewart program. Appreciate the watch. I think we got some
chats. Please research Sabrina Wallace, biofield hacking.
I think we got time to finish the last half of, and we'll just keep it Metzger tonight, I guess. we'll finish the last half of him with
Body
Jason
Network.
Bermas.
Okay, we'll look into that. And then we got this other one. Have either of you read
Jason Banrad's Bermas?
the
Look at all of the banners. Jason Bermas, Jason Bermas, Jason Bermas, Jason Bermas, Jason. Good God, dude. Making sense, making sense, making sense. Everything's so repetitious. Okay. He's another thick boy. Yeah, this is another thick guy. But pear-shaped.
J Messenger messages between Bannon and Epstein. Epstein was arranging Pope visits with the Saudis like WTF Bannon, honorary JEW. Hold on. Let's hold the Bannon thoughts.
No, that's the Vatican, my friend.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Don't pile on the Jews if you're a Catholic. I can't say this to you enough. Whatever religion you are, you think is better than the JOOs, they're in on it, asshole. I'm sorry to tell you the truth, but your thing that you think is good is in on it with the people you think you hate, just so you know.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Bannon quick with this relationship with Epstein. Bannon's trying to take out Jerome Powell and Steve Mnuchin with Epstein's help in 2018. Bannon's relying on him for different Bitcoin and crypto advice. They're obviously very, very buddy-buddy in this network, 1,000%. I want to get to Thiel in a minute too, but like the Vatican stuff's real. He mentioned Saudi Arabia. That's good. So I just want to point this out, that like one of the torture videos I know for sure is not like the torture of kids, but a torture video shared by this sultan that I'm just going to show everybody. Epstein happens to be cooking with.
So
they're
it's movie night.
Just saying, there he is.
Dinner and a movie with with the most interesting man in the world and the second most interesting man in the world.
So it's Sultan bin Salim, Sultan Ahmed bin Salim.
Sultan Bey, I call him. He's a famous cook.
So here's, I want to go through some of these again to Ghislaine Maxwell's credit. It looks like she's not into the torture videos, at least. She doesn't mind trafficking in the kids, but she says, I have no stomach.
She's like the bitch from Breaking Bad that doesn't want to see the dead bodies. And then Jesse Plimpton, that young gentleman Nazi, holds her hand while she's blindfolded.
So here, if you see how this guy works, and this is 2010, this gentleman that I'm talking about, this Saudi. So you're talking about these relationships and Epstein, and we've talked about the Israeli ones. Well, this is that gentleman getting ready to call Epstein about Israeli operations. It was an assassination in Dubai of a Hamas member. So this shows, again, this is the network, guys. So that's part of that Middle East.
Was that the guy being tortured?
So that guy right there, no, that's the guy who sent the torture video.
I mean, is the person got killed? Were they tortured?
No. So, all right. So why do I know that one of the torture videos is like Middle Eastern torture? Because it's actually in the files. I haven't seen anybody cover it, but it's one of those videos where they're showing you like somebody who's about to get their hands cut off or their head cut off in the public square. And there's several, like women getting lashings for having sex. So basically it's like a 44-second video. And the one that he got has the killings, the snuff in it. The one that I have has whenever they're about to kill somebody or cut something off, it's redacted.
Oh, you have the PG-13. Okay. You have the Wait. So do you remember when the Arab Spring bullshit in Egypt?
Sure.
When that Thomas Friedman fuckwits out there. And anyway, YouTube was wild, dude. And it came up in my feed. I wasn't really going on YouTube back then like that at all. That was all I remember it being back then was this guy Tyler Oakley was on all the billboards in LA when I would go to LA.
Okay.
He was like this really positive gay guy, and it was like, and then that girl that cooks and she's drunk, That was like, and I was like, who the fuck gives a shit about any of this? I work on realty. But there was like, somebody had posted from Egypt. You remember how they, I mean, this is an old favorite of, all over the world, really, but sticking a metal rod in the guy's in someone's butt to torture them in Egypt. There was a video of that happening. Somebody doing that to a guy, and they had this, and then the Oscar for most dramatic goes to, and some music behind it. And I realized it was some weird. It had to come from Egypt, but they were talking. Oh, it's not that big a deal, you baby. And the Oscar for dramatic, it's just a metal rod in the ass, like we do. You like, yeah, but come on. I had 3 of those a day growing up. It was that was the tone of it. And I remember being like, and remember the kid they made a movie about that was the arms dealer selling the bad Chinese bullets. Jonah Hill played him in the movie.
Oh, you're talking about Lords of War.
Yo, on YouTube, there was a recorded phone call of him and some guy who's one of his arms dealer people. Like, there used to be some wild shit, and I wasn't looking for it. You would pop up if you were looking for something else.
Yeah.
And I think about it now. I'm like, what the fuck? There was all kinds of stuff like that. I was trying to send you that video of the old documentary about Jean-Luc Brunel's modeling agency from the 90s.
Yeah, YouTube used to really give you some good stuff. Now you're locked into these spheres.
With Ghislaine in it back then, and I've never even finished watching it. I texted it to Kim Congdon, and we never got into watching on her show. And I've never watched it. If anybody out there knows where to get it, it's like a 90s. It was supposed to be like 60 Minutes or something, but they're talking about the modeling industry, Leslie Wexner and Ghislaine and all that.
I don't have that one, but I do have the one from the 90s where they're talking about Jean-Luc Brunel and Claude Hadid. I have that one.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
that's the one.
Yeah, no, I have it. I've got it downloaded somewhere. I'll send you the whole thing.
Send it to me because I never watched it. I meant to, and I never did.
I've done watch-alongs a couple times with that one. I'd have to go through my folders and folders, but we've been going through folders because we're back in the documentary game, folks. I think I am leaning towards the Epstein files because now I am just so immersed in this. Talking about, let's get into Bannon and some of these global politics because I think that's also important, okay? So, for instance, here is, like you were talking about, Epstein coming out saying, as you know, I represent the Rothschilds. And this is to Peter Thiel in 2016. Well, he's already becoming much more comfortable with Thiel because I don't know if I don't have the raw audio yet. We're going to get to it right here. Oh, maybe that's not it. But who was it? Benz. No, we don't want dead Epstein. We can get to the dead Epstein stuff in a minute. But Michael Benz, there's that weird one. He got audio between Ehud Barak and Jeffrey Epstein. Have you played this yet?
I've heard it, and I remember it being kind of racist.
Well, all right. Forget about the racist stuff. We can get into plenty of the racism. Again, did I send you? Did we go over the meme that's in there?
No.
Really?
What's the meme? Maybe I don't know.
The most interesting man in the world meme?
No, I don't know.
Just pull it up. Just pull it up. Look at anytime Jason can make a face like that. Why does he do that? What are you doing?
Like to see it.
I'm kind of scared to bring it up.
Why?
Hold on.
Why?
We'll
Bobby Slayton in that one too? Look, I don't know him that well.
No. Yeah, that's right. You're in the files. I'm pissed. You're in the files. Bros is in the files. Vedmore's in the files. I don't make the files, bro. I'm not cool enough. I didn't make the files.
Look, I mean, I'm not bragging, but yeah, I'm in those files. When I was in DC, did I tell you, Jason, I made a stupid joke at the Arlington Draft House? I go, I know you guys had a hard day's work, Happy at redacting Epstein files all day. And a few of them laughed like really hard, like more. In my humble, it's not that funny, but they were. They literally were. That's why they were laughing that hard. I just said it, and it was real. And yeah.
Okay, so there's this one I was just talking about. We'll bring that.
You know why, dude? I couldn't understand why.
As Jason laughs hard.
wouldn't just Xerox copy black squares and say "fuck you, take this"? Since why bother to go through each line and do that? You have to hire people to do that. That's why the government shutdown. That's your paralegal side work is redacting Epstein file. I'm like, well, what do you guys redact your eyes after? Like, this doesn't seem like a good. The patronage, everybody's employed by the government, so that's why they got to individually go through each file. That's why a lot of mistakes are made. A lot of it's like their ICE hiring practices is what they're doing on this.
All right. So if you haven't seen this, as far as I know, and I think this is the only one because I did bring it up. Someone had a link to the actual file.
Kurt's like, dude, you just not going to yes and or nothing? You're just gonna let me hang like that, dude? And he's like, okay, so back to this file that I got this file all and we go back to this file. Jason, what are you doing, man? I remember why we only went through half of this because first half Jason kept stopping Kurt.
You don't know who sent it and who got it. It's just in there. This is one of the ones where they protect
Like
the
their
sender.
love note.
What's that?
Like their love note between Trump and Epstein.
So
yeah,
that's the
Okay.
top
What's
of
it?
it. This is how racist they really are. Let's scroll. I don't know if I'm going to put it all there.
And that's a picture of Epstein in Tel Aviv, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
It says, but when I do, I usually start out by saying, "Hey," and I'm maybe hold on. We'll let you see the top of it. I'm gonna
'cause
go
I can't
top.
I only see the okay. Oh,
Yes. So we're keeping that one there as the big racist one, and then this
you
is
gotta
the
admit that's pretty interesting.
yeah, and we don't know who
Mike
sent it.
Benz.
So
Why
this
does
is
everybody hate Mike Benz? I know he's a silly Zio guy, but what is he like?
Look at the
trying to
white
downplay it or
screen.
something?
no, this is actually great. Listen, Benz has done some really good hardcore
I
work.
thought so too. I just see people like Mike Benz, fuck him and whatever.
I
but
see
I'm
that
like,
too. And look, I get it because, he's on the inside of the administration. I think he's done some speech writing. They toe that line. I hate that line, but he's still totally honest about the Iran-Contra affair. And this, all right, so let's see.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to explain because I don't think Tim Pool's a good dude at all. I think he's from the start not good.
Well,
I mean, you can see him now.
Here's the deal. I know Luke really well. Like
Who?
me and Luke Rudowski, we came up
He's not
together.
on that show no more. He's over on
I know he's not.
High Face Idiots show.
I know he's not. I know he's on Quarter. I did that show too with them. Let me say this. I knew Tim way before he was famous, but not knew him. Only in the background through interactions with Luke and this and that. I remember when he was on Vice and all this other thing. There are people that are simply career driven and willing
That's
to.
what they scout for. Well, here's a guy I worked on for Vice on the Jim Norton show. And let me tell you something about Vice. Anybody that worked for Vice can fucking tell you there ain't no way they're paying for you to.
Jason does not like to be interrupted, so he's not going to look at you, Kurp, just to let you know.
Be at every single world public unrest, almost civil war event going back to the Erdogan riots in Turkey. There's no way Vice paid for that. Who paid for it?
Oh,
He
he's
was at
looking.
all of them. And okay, the Maidan coup, from that to the Maidan coup. And so, the Maidan revolution.
Yeah, but it was a big, actually, a big.
And his opinions after seeing all that are not the same as Blumenthal and Mate. I find that highly suspicious. Also, he has a band.
I was there when he was strumming guitar. I've done the show once. I've been there. Actually, I was there right before January 6th. I booked the hotel in DC he was supposed to go to on January 6th and didn't go to.
Oh my God! What was that song that he did? It's like. I forgot how it went.
I actually went in and I actually took a piss there January 6th.
Wow.
After
You're lucky you didn't get arrested. You'd have to be Nick Fuentes and start a fake Catholic racist group run by Epstein.
Huge weird thing. We've gotten off on a tangent here. I
It's
will
all
say
connected.
this,
All these
man.
people are phonies, dude. I know you're not a phony because you were telling the truth when you were. See, I remember all the people that were saying something and nobody wanted to listen to them.
Yeah.
Okay. A tree bites fruit, or I forget the scripture, but it's true. So what's the fruit of these people? What do we get from them at the end of the day? I know from you, I got a bunch of insights into things. I know from him, I can't even watch it because I'm like, dude, first of all, he had people on talking about the red heifer shit. Remember last time I was on? I'm like,
yeah.
Why are you bringing those Kabod Lubavitch psychopaths? Who funds you? Why are you doing this? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Well, he went to that big meeting that,
that's no suspicion about that. At Chatham House. By the way, Chatham House, the Bilderberg of its time that also should have been burned to the ground. You had those rules.
Yes.
Oh, that's no big deal. Go do some. We were singing a punk song. JP Awaken with JP. I gave him a shout out because that guy's taking heat for fucking pointing out shit he should and having principles and not being. Oh, the midterms.
I'm just saying it doesn't shock me that people do this. You mentioned Vice. One of the big funders of Vice, executive producer, was Bill Maher. And Maher's had super problems. And we'll get into what he said about Q and all that in a minute. I want to talk about this quick. And then I'm going to read these super chats. So this conversation is in 2013.
Oh, that's right. Jason gets all twisted up when he gets super chats. He's got to read the super chats right away. And forgets the substance of the show. You can't believe that someone sent him $1.99 to have him repeat a text. It's like, dude, it's like the early days of my streams.
13. So
Couldn't breathe.
In this one, Epstein's not as familiar with Peter Thiel. But what's going on here is Ehud Barak is going into the private sector and needs to
go
make
dark
money.
mode.
So they're having a discussion on how he can make money. And he starts listing off being like an NGO, UN, and sitting on a board, and he can just make $2 or $3 million. So the conversation gets to him
no
sitting on the
stereotypes
board
for
of
him.
Palantir, which he can't even spell right, and mentoring Peter Thiel. And he doesn't say, hey,
up the butt.
What skill sets do you have, Ehud? He goes, who owes you stuff? He's like, I need you to make a list of 40 people that owe you. Now, you think about this.
Powerful people, one of the 48, have the most hair in the room or wear a beanie as a toupee if you don't have hair. And
it just shows the transactional nature, not what can you do for them, who owes you stuff. Thiel being backed by Epstein and now Palantir, a company that nobody knew, is at the apex of what? The Anglo-American, Israeli, Saudi power structure that is totally in this via Five Eyes and Palantir. All right, let me read these quick.
Who are they at odds with? The purely, like the European purely Satan?
He's never going to.
Is that what it is? What are the facts?
He wants to read it so bad. It's like, they're asking me a question. Kurp, I gotta go. I gotta go and read the chat. Look at him. He's like, Kurp, I gotta go read the chat. They want me to read something.
Competing factions, bro. Like, I don't
There's
trust.
the black and whites. Well, no, at the top, it goes up in a pyramid thing.
Yeah.
But these are eugenicists, so they have to fight it out.
Yeah.
So the Clinton and Hillary faction,
very Anglo.
Of course, they're all on the same team because they're a different species than you in their head. But it's still like Game of Thrones. Like all the nobles are still nobles, even though they're having killing each other and doing horrible things. I'm just curious. Like, I wonder what the other faction is. Like, who was Joe Biden? Because Joe Biden didn't go to that island, and people make it like it's a victory, but he went to Arden, Delaware. That's probably worse, honestly, if you know anything about Arden, Delaware, which I do.
Well, I don't. Tell me about it.
It's the home of the Church of the Marquis of Hell. That's the cult.
It's the home of the Church of the
Marquis of Hell. That's their secret religion. That's not Baal. But you understand, it's just polytheism. So there's a bunch of these dumb cults. Some of them worship the Nahash, which is the serpent. There's a million varieties. And from what I understand, the more you go up the top, they don't have no names for none of their shit. They'll take old names of things and they look down on the people, and the slang for these people, like a Satanist, right? That's like the most low level, like a minor league team. Like the way Serenos are a minor league team for the mafia, even though they're a gang and they do stuff, they get scattered by the Mexican mafia, just like so there's like feeder teams.
Man, look at this. Look at all this. All that space. Now, you wonder why. Why is he covering this much real estate? Well, it's to hide his pear shape, I guess. That's so much real estate for nothing. Yeah. Yeah, there's just something about him.
And that's all they are. It's like a Hot Topic levels of shit. Then you had your Luciferians, which is a whole different thing. That's like I'm above good and evil. Your Hossitanian is another version of it. The names are not as important as it costs blood. There's one thing that it needs, which is blood. And that's what, I always say, if there was no communism.
His reactions are, look at it. His reactions are not even timed correctly to when he's doing it. And maybe there is a bit of a lag. Maybe. I mean, there could be that. But and then it just seems like he's not even. He's like, huh? What? Oh, Kurp. Oh, you're still here. Okay. It's like, Jason, why do you think you're above Kurp? I mean, you got 78. Okay. But this is ridiculous. This is worse than Steel Toe morning show. It's insane. And look, you have it repeated 3 times. Look. It's like Masonic.
Capitalism would have to invent it, wouldn't it? They invent this shit, and it's all about figuring out who gets the last bit of energy up until the death of the universe. Because
Jason Trispermiscus, the man of 3, like 3 of everything. Jason.
That's their eternal prison in their fucking head.
Well,
think of what they want to do with the transhuman thing.
Well, let me. I want to get into the AI children in a second. Let's take some more of these. That's not the one.
Artificial Indian children. I'm against it, Jason.
I mean,
look at all those
Filipinos could do that.
Look at those chats. Look at that face, dude. Oh my god. Look at that face. So you're sitting at it's pretty decent. Look at it. He's like, I got Metzger numbers. Oh my god. It's like, I gotta screenshot this. Like, I'm gonna make $25 today. It's like, oh my god. Pure evil.
Work just as well.
Dude, come on. I can't. I'm telling you, I'm having more technical. And what's going on here? So I guess I'm not going to be able to get the good stuff here. I wanted to bring up, read this to everybody while we're doing it. I guess we're just going to look at you while I do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Look. Oh my god. I don't know where he gets the gall. Yes, teeth are fake, but the goblin eyes are real. Wizard nose.
Look at these two pals. Look at these two best pals here.
Right here.
I thought they didn't like each other, but look at them having a good old time.
Well, we'll get into Bannon next. Gaia Religion Crank Tim Hogan says red, black, and white.
See, he's like, here, let me shoo off my guest so that I can read. Yeah. My Goblin Eyes 73 says, you have too many banners. Oh, well, thank you for the $1.99. Kurp, what were you saying now? It's like, who cares?
Are the colors of alchemic process.
That's true.
Social
albedo, negrito, rubido. So the rubido, I think, is the final form of your concoction. And it's supposed to be, that's what they do to kids. That's the basis of the shit they do to kids, by the way. And it's a matter of putting you through various traumas and initiations. And it's the same if you were in football and Jerry Sandusky football. You know, it's really one scam.
Okay, so then it says social alchemical process through fake grassroots movements. I don't know if that's a statement.
That's exactly right. That's exactly who's saying that?
We got that's from Mary Picard 8385.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. She's dead on.
Bam, bam. All right, so we go. What's up with Jordan Peterson's connections to Poole?
Gail Pooley, the LDS author of Superabundance, which is like imagine a prosperity gospel, but from a fucking Mormon who's a Satanist, actually. So, J.R. Sweet, MormonMonarch.org. I left his book in Rogan's studio. I got 2 copies of it. Boy, Gail Pooley, I had no idea it was even. What I read about in the book is so bad. And when you read this guy's testimony, it's much better than the Epstein files. It's unredacted. It's everything he can remember. There's a lot of these people. But his book is like he made all the requesting the records from Congress, and that's all in the book. And I don't care about none of that because I already know these people do that shit. I just want to hear your wacky story. And my goodness. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio, it's in his book because Gail Pooley was with him at some restaurant and Leo used to get drunk a lot. Now, I didn't know all the stuff about Leo. I know now since the Nickelodeon docs and all that, right? And I didn't know all this yet. But he said Nickelodeon, and Gail Pooley told him that Leo's dad did horrific abuse to him, and so Leo's a drunk, and that's why he's on things with pedos and whatever. You ever seen look at Leo's dad? I encourage you. He's one of those '60s pervert comic artists, like an Art Crumb. I mean, you already know that it's
an
real.
Art Crumb.
You already know it's real, as I'm telling you. When you see his dad was in.
Wait, just because you brought up Art Crumb, man, just saying that, like,
he's probably the most forthright of all that generation of weirdo perverts. He's probably the least dishonest of them, I bet you.
Well, here's the deal. Like, now that I mentioned that, that just flooded my mind. For those that don't know who Art Crumb is, he's, again, this 70s cartoonist that had a lot of, like, sexual stuff. And I remember the reason I remember him more, not just because of that, was because Paul Giamatti did a biopic for HBO about him. And
no, that's about Harvey Pekar, and then they show Crumb in it. But Harvey Pekar, that's how I know Michael Malice. First appearance in Harvey Pekar comics is he was friends with Harvey Pekar.
Okay.
And then I would see Malice on. That's why I started dressing up as you because Malice did it. I stole it from him. I stole it from Scott Horton. Scott Horton has a pipe all the time. I don't think he does what I do. Like,
I don't think he can go to space, Kurt. So that's good. All right.
I'm more of a scholar than Scott Horton, of course. Now, yes, he's an author of multiple books that are very well researched, but he's not an astronaut, is he?
I don't think he is. All right, let's read some more of these. Hold on 1 second. Bring that one down. So that guy was very upset at you, apparently, Kurt, because you said don't pile on to groups. He goes, no, asshole.
Okay.
LOL. LOL. So not really. I think they're all evil. Jays, Popes, INV. Kurt Mexican.
What's INV?
I don't know what INV is either. I don't know. Kurt Mexican.
Fun. I'm in.
The greatest shaman alive.
Yeah.
Jason. Did you get Webb from Ian Carroll? He's giving it.
His program to go through the thing.
I saw James Corbett talking about it, and James Corbett's excellent. What's in the
James
Epstein
Corbett's
files?
great. His stuff's great. Yeah.
And he also had Nick Bryant in that. I haven't used it yet because I'm pretty good at searching things myself. I know I just got that one wrong, but I'm probably getting the key
I like
words
to
wrong.
be like American Pickers, like I'm going through old junk and finding valuable antiques.
You know, they're from here.
The Pickers?
The Pickers are like neighbors. Yeah, yeah.
That was to predictive program the jobs and after the Great Wars. That will be your job, is to go through the before times. Oh, a Coca-Cola sign. Remember this?
I hate to tell you this, but I totally relate. That's how I grew up. Like my stepfather,
Ahead of the curve.
When
Your
my
futurist stepfather collected junk.
my father went to prison, so my stepfather was around, and he was one of those pickers, and like his dad was rich, so he bought him an auction house. So like,
were they just burglars in that?
For what, Jason?
I got brought on plenty of pick. No, yeah, if you want to know the truth,
Italian pickers.
You
don't
could
evade
say
the question.
That, like, my stepfather was kind of a burglar. We were the family that would pull into like a mall parking lot. You know how they'd have the Salvation Army boxes there? He'd jump right in the box and take whatever he wanted.
Yeah, Italians. That's why my parents are in trash business. Like Italians are thick in the trash business.
I know all about that too.
There's that laugh
Italian
again.
on my mother's side. Let's read some more.
You too, yeah.
The astronaut, the honorable judge, the Kurp of all Kurps, the final boss of podcasting, Kurp Metzger.
I will be filling the void of Deepak Chopra for many of you now going forward, as I had expected. I always knew that day would come. And I'm ready to fulfill my responsibility to people that thought he was good for some reason.
Apparently, Gilbert Godfrey had dinner with J.E. Very much in there. And then Be Brave Bermas. I really appreciate all those super chats, guys. Let's get into some more of the transhumanism stuff. Because if you haven't seen these emails, they're big.
What is he smiling about?
The way I did, Jason,
What's
to become a shaman and transhuman. Now that I've ascended, we're going to get into crypto later. By the way, guys, don't forget Kurp coin. If you want to fight again, I mean, if you're as excited as I am about this, I told you.
He loves those chats. Look at, he's looking at those chats. He's like, oh man, I made $25.
QAnon shaman really tried to sell me hard on shaman coin, right?
No, he did not.
Yeah,
Chansley?
I can't wait for my chat.
And I kept going like, he goes, no, hear me out. Just hear me out. And he just kept with the pitch. It was, and then he finally, this is what made me laugh. He goes, no, I don't even get the money. The money goes to the kids. And I'm like,
the kids?
Wait, shouldn't it go to me if I'm buying crypto? I started laughing, dude. I was just too funny. Lex Friedman standing there like a robot.
Oh, well, all right, robots. There we go. That's right here.
He's a big guy. Big guy.
So here we are.
Robot.
So
it matters.
They're talking about AGIs back in 2013. Okay, and they're talking about building these AGIs like a child. And they're talking about how much it's going to cost to do this. And they say, let's say $5 million to deliver a 3-year-old that grows into a 4-year-old. And it would take 3 years to do this, is Epstein's best guess.
Well, the smartest guy in the room, everyone.
So
when can we molest the AI? God damn it. Is it done yet? I want to molest the AI. That's what it feels like to me hearing this.
So hold on. So all right. So let's get into those emails that are a little terrible. So look, here's one that's dark. Thank you for the fun night. Your littlest girl was a little naughty. That's in 2014. We don't know who it's from. That's to Epstein. And then we were talking babies earlier. There are millions
of Dershowitz. That's the worst part.
There are millions of babies, very little good vegetable cream cheese.
Now, what could that mean? I have no idea what that means. The chick that's talking about Tom Hanks, she said, because all these people, they could try. Barry Crimmins told me this shit a long time ago, too, that the codes and stuff. She goes, her dad introduced her as cheese to Tom Hanks when they sold her to Tom Hanks.
Who's this?
I forget her name, dude. It came out a little while ago, but now it's come up again because of the weirdness of Cappy and the blood thing.
The Hanks thing, man. Again, maybe
he's okay. Look, he's CIA asset, 100%. He makes propaganda movies for the New World Order government. He's friends with all of them. He's friends with Tommy Lee Jones. He's friends with Rob Reiner, who's dead. Who I want everybody to understand this. Nobody goes to rehab 18 times because they didn't get molested by their family. No one. That's not a thing. They kiss on the lips. You've seen the pictures. It's very obvious what's going on. Okay, it's generational. You've heard about it. The Satanic Panic was a made-up thing to cover up the fact that this is very real. The Satanic Panic, if you go and look it up, it's 30 years we were panicking. Really? No, this is the 60s and the 70s. Think of all that depraved shit from the 60s. Mick Jagger saying to what's her name? The Phillips, she's dead now, but she wrote the book about her dad.
Well, the thing is, again, Mick Jagger is like deep in the file. Like they're on stage with the Rolling Stones.
Catherine Bryan's book, we already knew. Well, if you read the book, you already know what was coming. They're all part of it. So I already know from the worst stuff that's not in there, because these people have all snitched a long time ago. It's just that when you hear the details, you're going to go, I don't want to go that far. Well, guess what? You don't have to. You're not a shaman. I am. So I'm that far. And now what I'm doing is very impatiently, not you, Bermas, you're a trailblazer, waiting for the rest of the slow pokes of class, because I read ahead in the book, and now I got to wait for everybody to slowly catch up. And while I do that, I have to try to keep my incredible level of rage in check, because you got to have a lot of sympathy for people, because how the fuck would they know? But there's a certain point, like now, where if you're talking about the midterms, you're either too stupid or you're the mortal enemy of the people. If you're talking about midterms now, you're stupid or you're an enemy, because they eat and I have to use the code that they use. They grape soda children.
Well, again, when we're looking at these files, as much as coming out, I don't think
the aquarium and the shrimp and all, dude. It's
again, I don't think we're gonna get any kind of criminal prosecutions. I think we're gonna have to win.
That's
in the
right.
court.
We're not.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get in the court, win in the court of public opinion. But let's come on. Let's shatter some narratives, because I think it's really important. Like a lot of this stuff is like proliferating on X, right? For the most part. But Musk is continually out there acting like he's innocent in these files, when let's just go through just a couple of things.
He probably doesn't know he's even guilty. Of course he's a split kid. You understand, his dad was a real bad man who we know for a fact was a child molester.
Well, so you know, Kimball's also in the files, and they're trying to get him with one of the girls. So they're actually Kimball Musk, his brother. So Epstein, I think it's either Groff or Kalin, is actively trying to set him up with one of the Epstein network girls in the emails. Because like I said, I've told people, it wasn't a brothel per se. Yes, don't get me wrong. There could be those transactions later on and the blackmail after the fact or during. But they'd like to curry favor and trap you that way as well. That's what this is showing.
Think of like Bridgerton or some shit. That's how they're royalty. That's how royalty live. Their whores are arranged. Whatever you think bad about Arab Muslims, that's what they do. So, for example, remember when Anne Hathaway was married to Raffaello, some Italian con man? So I don't really remember the story, but she was probably yachting. It's like Pretty Woman, Pretty Woman.
Yeah,
that's like a real thing that they do. It has
there's an article about like right now this. I
was thinking of Anne Heche, or that whole situation.
It's like the Pretty Woman prostitute that married her rich John. Like it happens a lot. They get
any actress you ain't seen in a while that has a comeback suddenly. They probably were working as a prostitute to a rich man. And the men too. Brad Pitt lived with a dude. There's some weird pictures. Robert Downey Jr. was with a Russian gangster. Hold up. When you see Less Than Zero, where he's doing gay shit to smoke coke, he was.
Well, hold on. You know about Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah, and
Schwarzenegger.
Tell me that one. You're the first one who told me that.
I mean,
okay, Mr. Beast said he's going to sleep in a bed with like a Rockefeller, some crazy shit. Okay, I just reinvest in the business. He just shows teeth. He doesn't smile. He just shows you his teeth and his dead fucking eyes. His name is Mr. Beast, and he feeds your kids stale prison snacks.
As Jason covers his teeth, he's like.
So back to Musk. We're going back, guys. And by the way,
Squid Games.
The fans out there, this one's coming your way, Kurt.
Musk has a Mormon programmer. I forget the guy's dumb name. Scooter Braun. They all got a Scooter Braun. All of them.
Kurt, you always have the coolest hats. Now let's talk about Musk for a second. So in this, Musk is trying to go to the island before Christmas, either on Christmas or New Year's Eve. Here are several of the email exchanges right here. This is them talking about whether or not they're going to have Musk there after they don't have him there for Christmas. Okay. As I've reported for years, it was said that Zuckerberg he said that Musk tried to introduce him to Epstein personally. This is an Epstein shot. So Epstein took this picture apparently of that dinner at Palo Alto that happened. Peter Thiel is here as well, just to let everybody know.
Is
Again,
that Teal?
So that happened. Peter Thiel is.
So was Mark filming the person he was sitting next to, or showing her? Is that his wife, or is he filming her? Is he showing her something? Seems like a pretty ominous setting.
Here as well, just to let everybody know.
Is
Again,
that
Teal, Thiel, whatever. He's there.
What about
I've
that
been
chick,
reporting on
Teal
it
Swan?
forever. And now, so on the 10th, again, Musk is acting like he's innocent and attacking Bannon. Okay.
Yeah, Bannon is evil. He's
well,
right.
I agree, but he's acting like he's exonerated in these files. Reid Hoffman.
Musk has at least two personalities, probably more though. Do you know how the programming works? They break the kid young, and somebody as important as Musk is to be the front-facing figurehead.
Oh, here comes his typing.
Not really in charge of shit. Who's the front? He's going to have a few. He's going to have a beta program. He's going to have an omega program if he ever remembers what happened to him. And the omega program is where you commit slip and slide.
So again, to try to show you how important and integrate all these people are in the files.
I'm sure Musk doesn't even know. Dude, I'm telling you, they have forward-facing personalities. And the great Matt Taibbi said on Jimmy's show when he came on, it haunted me because he goes, I don't know, it was weird. It was like Musk, almost like a completely different guy suddenly. Like it was weird. Like he didn't want to put his finger on it. And I didn't know what he meant, but I know what he means now because I know about Errol Musk and I know about the TechNate and the Greater America Project that, so this goes back to, remember how they went to South Africa because wherever they were wasn't racist enough or some shit? And the space program, that's where all these Germans and, he's named Oak Tree and there's that book. And I don't think, again, it's, how are they predictive programming? These very rich people that are occultists, and Errol Musk is an emerald. He runs an emerald mine or something. Was his big fortune. So he did something bad. Okay. They all use astrology. They don't use the dipshit astrology a dumb girl uses. Okay, like dippy new age chicks. Some of whom are dear friends. They don't use that. They use the kind.
Some of whom are dear friends.
A hidden astrology sign. They're using a whole different time scale than they give you. And what they do is, it's not that it has to be a certain person, but they can tell. To them, it's a statistical science. There's thousands of years of Egyptian, Babylonian, whatever doing it. And so forget about the stupid kind they tell you, just like manifesting is stupid. These are based on real things, but you don't get to fucking do. So anyway, there's a statue to him in Denmark or Norway. Y-Files, I was trying to explain this to Gino. Y-Files did a story about it. He came out, he'd been kept in a crawl space till he was 17 because someone read his charts and knew he was going to fuck something up for him, one of these gross families. And he comes wandering out. And he goes, I'm a nobleman and my name's Casper Hauser. And to this day, we don't know if he was telling the truth, but they did build a big statue of him. So he was. I mean, come on. Hey, the story of baby Jesus, the three magi. That's Persian wizards. That's what a magi is. King Herod knew a Messiah was going to be born. King Herod, his family, the puppet state of Rome, which they're dark Babylonian black magicians. Tuesday on Durba Kurp, I got Nathaniel Gillis, aka Smart Shane, on my show, and Steve Mera, who's at the Skull Experiments, and they have found some very interesting things about this UFO shit. Anyway, I'll get into that, but Fuck, I forgot where I was going because I brought up Steve Mera. Wait, what was I just talking about before I went off topic?
Before you went, which topic were we talking about? You were
Well, I
talking
got
about
to. I'm
these
bringing it back on
generational
them.
controls.
Oh, Herod. Sorry.
Yes,
Okay,
Herod.
Herod.
Yes, you're talking
Herod
about.
is they're all into Babylonian sigil magic. If you're wondering what that is, you know how the Nike swoosh is a really sticky brand logo? That's called sigil magic. All the things that you think are normal things like advertising and branding and all that. And it used to, people go, "What? You are a brand," and I would go get offended. I'm not even the cow anymore. I'm not the cat. I'm the brand that's on the cow now. That's great. I'll strive for that. Thank you for teaching me about success. Okay, the brand is a sigil. Those are sigils. That's magic shit. Edward, you heard of Bernays?
Jason just can't stand Kurt talking for so long. He'll start clacking on the keys. He'll look in the opposite direction.
Okay, the brand is a sigil. Those are sigils. That's magic shit. Edward, you heard of Bernays?
That's insane.
A secular materialist that doesn't accept the idea of this supernatural, which is a stupid word. You at least understand psychology. So Sigmund Freud is a guy. All his psychology is to gaslight rich generational incest victims. That's his whole thing. The Kinsey scale. I know you know about this. They would quote that like that's a valid thing, and that guy was a depraved piece of shit that should have been put in a wood chipper. If you go back and look. So it's been in front of you the whole fucking time, but because it's mundane, you don't notice. I was born with this shit being normal, weren't you? Yeah, of course.
So I got something here.
I was born in the darkness.
That is just, you got to get your hands on this. It's pretty beat up. One of my old dogs got at it. I actually took the cover off it, so it's not there.
What is it?
It is. Kurt needs this one, guys. Codex Magica.
Oh, by Jim Mars.
No, this is Tex Mars.
I mean, sorry, Tex Mars.
Yes. So
wait, who's Tex Mars? I forgot that they're. I thought they were the same guy this whole time by mistake.
No, they're not. But like
Jim Tex Mars.
This is your book, bro. This is you want to talk about the magic and the encoding and the Babylonians and Herod and all of it.
By the way, you know how Rasputin was curing that kid's hemophilia? Would he show up? Do you know how?
I do not.
Well, he'd speak to him nicely, and the doctors had been giving the kid aspirin, which was thinning his blood, making him bleed more. So just the simple fact of him calming the child down, his blood pressure would lower, so he'd stop spurting blood out of his body like the vampire he was. And by virtue of not getting the big pharma cure of the time, just because they got this kook, it kept them from giving him the poison of aspirin that was making him bleed. That's how.
The poison of aspirin. So
I think that's a good story to think about with all these things. Because
Jason does not listen at
a
all.
lot of things look like magic, and it was just not doing the thing that a darker magician wanted, such as Big Pharma.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you look at the cover of this, if you noticed the Big Pharma symbol,
eating his own asshole. That's what America is. Yes.
I mean, if you look at it, the Big Pharma eat the snake eat. That's the cover of this book. You can get it for $44.95. I can't believe this is 20 years old now. Damn.
Oh, it's got little legs and a dog head. What is it with what? It's like a Chinese dragon with the lion. You know that Chinese dragon with the fucking doggy looking lion head that looks like Abraxas's leg that they say is a body of the snake and the head of a lion, and that's the real. I mean, what absolute? I trashed it last time I was on. I can't trash the Sophia narrative enough. That was the name of the robot Epstein was funding with that hair lip fucking robot man.
Was he funding Sophia as well?
Of course.
No. All right, hold on. I got some more super chats because somebody was asking about Ben Gertzel too. Let's see. Does the robot Grapin Ghoul Ben Gertzel in these drops and little Sophia / Baphomet? That's one of the super chats before. That's been up there a little while. Kurt. Yeah, you honed in on it, bro.
No, well, Tracy Twyman did, and Gary Wayne, who I had on. Now, Gary Wayne and Tracy Twyman.
No, he just read it.
But a lot of this is yes and not either or.
Okay.
So, for example, Baphomet meaning son of Meat, which Tracy Twyman, Mete, the mother of heaven, and Kybel, which is the patron fat cat lady of the trans movement, by the way. They're galleys of Kybli would cut off their own tits and dicks and go about shrieking in the streets. Irenaeus, I think, writes about it. It's really funny. It sounds like I just imagine him going, "It's ma'am." That's what was going on. But also, Gary Wayne said Mitra, And Mithras in Rome is not the same as Mitra, the Persian god. Mithras in Rome is kind of a watered down Madame Blavatsky-ized version of Mitra for Rome to make a Freemasonic secret society, which is what the army military was all in. And Constantine took and I didn't know that this already been done in Persia. He already saw what the Persians had done, absorbing this religion that was a problem for them. I forget if it was Zoroastrianism or the other one, Mithraism, I forget, but it absorbed it. It appropriated. So Constantine did that. His military, who are all in this thing very much like Scientology or Freemasonry or a cult that drinks kids, they're all in this initiatory society. And he combined it with Christianity. And it worked. It had already been done. It wasn't an experiment or a genius move. He already saw another culture do it. The leaders talk about this stuff dispassionately. They don't believe in shit except power. So they're going to use anything you believe in. So the only way that you're stupid, I would say, is if you refuse to understand that. Michael Parente had that great quote about, if you talk about, the farmers are going to form a union or everybody gets their head around, the mafia is controlling the fucking thing. That conspiracy, you get your head around that, right? Mm-hmm. But as soon as you get to the high levels of power, suddenly no one's in charge. And it's just a force of nature. Fate. Well, that couldn't be that anyone's actually controlling anything as much as poor people do when they do conspiracies. There's no way that rich people are doing this. They're just there to help us in that's the moronic thing that you're taught here in America and most of the world, really.
And Parente just died. I interviewed him like 15 years ago, maybe
His
20.
quote's great because I can't stand that fucking thing where people cop out and pretend conspiracies only exist on a street level.
So, listen, I just did a cursory search of Ben Goertzel in these documents. Well, Kurp gives that. We got 79 pages of these documents, so well over 79 documents, obviously. But this one right here, just went to this a random one. The way I understand it, there are at least 4 very similar groups now. Cognitive modeling, that is where John Anderson goes. AGI, started by Ben Goertzel as an attempt to revive the original AI. BICA, a remnant from the failed DARPA proposal of the same name, and later picked up by Alexei Samovich as an alternative to AGI. I said, what year is this? Jesus.
Yeah, well, if you just watch Ben Goertzel talking about the future, all of them are the same. I mean, you've covered this a lot, but they all are saying this horrific shit. And I'm like, why are you doing this? They're like, it's going to be bad. Everyone's going to lose all their jobs. Ben Goertzel is fucking hair lip freak. It's going to be a real bad time, blah, blah. And because you have a hair lip, we all got to die. And because you got born with a weird dick, humans, a failed species. Is that what this is? It always is. Why do we have a big dick in Washington, D.C. of Osiris? Because we may have weird dicks, but our DNA is golden. And so we have the gold. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Because these are inbred fucks going back to Babylon. By the way, King Herod, who was tracing Jesus being born and sent the star that's guiding the Magi, that's not good guys. They're there to help him kill Jesus or put him in a crawl space like Casper Hauser. This is a repeating theme in history of this, charting someone's destiny and knowing you got to fuck them up. They do it to this day. That's why these fuckers pass their kids around to other parents and falsify the dates of birth. So you can't, that's how they make war on each other. Did you know that? That's why when you hear Hamilton Pharmacopoeia talk about the CIA thing to give these early computers that were astrology boxes to all these countries that were fake, but make them make decisions we wanted. And so a non-initiate kind of person who just believes in secular materialism would go, that's wacky. Of course they're primitive, so they fall for it and blah, blah. No. Our leaders are also using it, assholes. Don't you remember Reagan and all? Hillary Clinton channels Eleanor Roosevelt in a fucking seance and shit. That's just the things they tell you they do.
Well, let me just say
this. All of them believe in it. So if you don't believe in it, that's because you're poor and you can't afford it. That's what it means.
Well, they also believe on managing narratives, right? So, like, one of the first things we talked
ideal religion.
Well, we also talked about really early on, obviously the Shadow 9/11 Commission. But let me just show you this quick email exchange. There's a couple of them I want to go into quick. But you've got this woman named Faith Cates. Now, Faith resigned, being a co-founder of Next Modelman Management in the beginning of December, knowing all these emails were going to come out, and she'd been associated with them before. But in this, they're talking about what? Paying for stories and things that are coming out via Newsweek. Did you see the copy of Newsweek article yet?
Paying off the people. Yeah, okay.
Well, it says right here, let's see, where is it right here? Saying that you will pay thousands of dollars for a good story. They will provide hair, makeup, and this could be your moment of fame and fortune. So again, they're talking about that type of narrative management here.
About what now? Thank God for Charlie Sheen and Gaddafi.
Yeah, because they're happy because he was in the news at the time too, and
Oh my
Charlie
God.
Sheen was in the news, and Gaddafi was. So they're the distractions away
Smartest
from him.
guy in the room is the worst speller in the room, as it makes total sense.
And then right here, they're basically talking. If you look at this on the very bottom, Zuckerman suggested a shorter, more punchier, no attacks on the press, pleaded guilty to solicitation, no tabloid exaggeration of pedophilia. J.E., in other words, Epstein paid a price. No allegations of minor since 05 story that they were trying to get on TMZ.
Oh yeah, and you know what they're trying to get going now? More Me Too's and shit to distract from the Israel connection. That's going on now.
Well, again, the Israel, you look at the Ehud Barak stuff, you look at the Sultan stuff that I just talked about, that just scratches the surface. Again, this guy was an international player, and Bannon was obviously working with him to supposedly revamp his image. I want to know where the other 13 to 15 hours of that interview are.
That's what I've been asking, because the previews, I don't remember seeing the Times Up line in the one that was leaked.
Neither of them. And the thing is,
where's the Moreau thing? The Island of Dr. Moreau, was that in there?
Exactly. And here's the deal: you're telling me that got released. The DOJ had that, but they didn't get all the other video. That makes no sense. And
Mr. Wexler probably asked them not to.
Wexler. Listen,
So Jeffrey Epstein, by the way, he got broken in by Wexler probably pretty hard. Other people talk about seeing him get abused, and that's how it works.
Well, all right, let me say this.
You want to be in the frat or not, dude? Let me see your butt.
When I had Dershowitz's biographer on the show, he was a young guy, and he'd even interviewed O.J. Simpson before he died. So people that Dershowitz had represented, he interviewed.
MK Monarch slave, also O.J. Simpson. Go on.
Well, he interviewed even Dershowitz's brother, who was estranged, and he's like, yeah, no, Alan loved hanging out with people of power, et cetera, et cetera. Now, let me say this much. Apparently in these articles, you got a confidential informant that says that Dershowitz was so comfortable with Epstein, when Epstein was basically getting oral from some of these girls, he would take dictation and they'd do business together in the same room.
I told you on Sacha Baron Cohen show,
Yes.
Who is America, Gio, the Italian billionaire. This is before the Epstein. I guess Epstein been arrested the first time, but I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah.
And it was him luring people into like a yacht salesman. That's the people, and Sasha kept some stuff out because, so perpetually I go, no one's gonna fall for this, but they did every time. And he wanted to have this chick jerk him off while he's talking about a yacht he wants to buy, right? And
I've watched it. It's amazing.
So there's a blanket. I go, dude, first of all, dildo is going to be obvious. We probably didn't even need the blanket, honestly, because the guy is learning to not look at what's happening because he wants to make a sale. So the money, you can see a microcosm of the whole thing. So I've been wrong. So they put the blanket on, and then the girl's jerking him off. And I was sure, naive little Adam Cadmon that I am, I was sure that someone, because if I saw that, I'd get the fuck out of there. I'd be like, oh, dude, you guys want to, okay, see me after. I want to sell you a yacht if you're going to do that in front of me. Because I think like New Jersey shore trash, apparently. And had I been bred better, and had I been taken on a visit to the island by my dad, Howard Lutnick, to the special island for initiation, see, the water is alchemical. You're crossing a boundary. This is all shit out of mythology. You're going through the steps, the mysteries. The red ladder, that's important. It's not a white ladder, it's a red ladder. That's telling you their left-hand path.
Okay.
You get in there. This is a different world. It's the upside down. Hey, what's the upside down? Well, that's the world where Tom Hanks does rape kids. Get it? Get the joke?
Again, I don't know. He's done a lot of work for NASA that seems to be pretty propaganda-esque, and obviously,
I remember having jokes. Why is this guy so in love with fucking NASA? And I'm not like anti. I was never like, oh, I fucking hate NASA. I was just like, I don't give a shit. Was there any spacemen and laser battles? I don't care. I'm dumb. Okay. Oh, good. It's cool. You could jump a little more. That's how I looked at it. Obsessed with that triumph, and also obsessed with World War II's triumph. And what years were those? Oh, that's right. It was to get us conditioned to be in perpetual warfare for fucking ever. So that evil man, when he made Charlie Wilson's War. So never mind the wild charges. I'm sure they're hard to believe. When you think about this fuck made a hagiography about that fuck Gustavo fucking Greek fuck who was the CIA secret shadow deep state president of Greece. Right? And they made Al-Qaeda, they made the Taliban, and Tom Hanks like, I didn't even want to get into all that. I bet you didn't, you fucking go take a picture of a glove, you fuck.
Oh boy, that's That's
no,
a
you should
road.
hate these people, dude.
I'm just saying.
And Tom Hanks, again, I mentioned before, he was on Castaway, in the film Castaway, on an island, and you had Wilson crying over this thing, and his face painted in red. And that's probably similar to his face paint that he used allegedly on the island. The Epstein, allegedly.
Made a Isn't America Swell movie. Tom Hanks has been in every propaganda, going back to Bachelor Party, which had bestiality and mind-controlled whores in it.
What about Catch Me If You Can and Big? Him turning to be a little kid. What about Two Men and a Baby?
Remember?
I do remember the old Bachelor
Go look
Party.
at everything from the 80s. Go look at the Britney Spears VH1 documentary we play on Jimmy's show, which I know I saw at the time, and it didn't even register as anything with me. But when we rewatch it, I went, holy shit. Have you seen the clip of it?
Yeah.
It was me and Jimmy watching it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, I know I saw this when it came out. I know I did. And I'm seeing it now like, what?
Is he talking about her in the bathtub? And it looks like she actually died. And then they then put the replacement out after that.
Well, again, she's part
in plain sight. In plain sight. They do it in plain
she's
sight.
part of that Disney crew.
Oh, don't say.
Listen, I got to wrap it up. I want to read these last few super chats.
Okay.
I got to take my niece home. I do want to appreciate everybody that's been watching. Thumbs it up on the way out. Give a comment down below.
Yeah, dude. I ain't buying. I boost Jason Bermas. I will do that.
Here we go. So here are the three. What are the odds Melania is Trump's handler? Let me say this about Melania. She's a very intelligent woman.
No, it's Slutnik. Melania is from Epstein finishing school. She's like if you ever saw Dune, she's like Lady Jessica that bore Duke Leto a son, even though she was supposed to give birth to a girl. She's basically one of those.
Well, let me say this about her. In the documents, a lot of the 2019, 2020 like tip line stuff I don't give credence to. There's a confidential informant document that's very extensive, has a lot that is redacted, but a lot that is not, and is very mainline. And it kind of lays out the relationship between Trump, Melania, Ghislaine Epstein, and Victoria's Secret, and Melania getting those Victoria's Secret contracts in the 2003-4 arena. So I'm just saying that you want to see how it works, go check that out.
That's connected to Jason Project as well, just so you understand. It's all connected for the elites, for their kids to become secondary psychopaths. The whole point is to get you to, they're breeding people that can dissociate and can be flooded with cortisol in a horrible situation and not drop dead like a normal human. Because, they're going to have to be mass murderers when they're leaders, So you got to train people or they'll lose it, won't they?
So if Jason doesn't office space his keyboard, he's guilty. I knocked over my goddamn microphone into my keyboard. Got to get a better stand.
Yeah, right. No, man, you're like so frustrated that Kurp Metzger was talking.
My good stand broke. It sucks. And then this is it. Love you guys. Oh, it's about to fall again. Love you guys together. Think Franklin, Presidio, Finders. And potentially even
Nickelodeon, Disney, all the things.
Midnight
gymnastics, your school, football.
Well, that's another
all
thing.
The things.
Oh,
is that a coincidence? All of the things are that. All of them. All the movies. And all. Isn't that weird? I wonder if it's connected in any way, Jason. I know it couldn't be. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I had evidence. But why am I backed up on molester documentaries right now and I can't even finish all because there's too many quality true crime molester documentaries? Is that normal? Well, yeah, it is, but it tells you where you live.
Well, all right. You know what? That's a good place to end quick. For anybody out there, and again, I don't think that everything that's being interpreted is necessarily correct, but if anybody's out there doesn't think that these people could be the darkest of the dark, I want to remind everybody that outside of elite circles or rich people, We have people that torture human beings and get caught in their suburban neighborhood.
Cartels.
Yeah.
What about African Liberian warlords like General Butt Naked, who ate a child's heart in front of their parents and preaches about it now on the Vice thing? Nobody bats an eyelash when it's an African or a Mexican, but you think Hillary Clinton don't eat a kid's face? You think Hillary Clinton is not going to have the power of a Mexican? Are you stupid?
I'm just saying again, we're not accusing anybody. Don't want to get this
I am.
taken
If you
down.
don't get it by now, I am calling you stupid.
Well,
And
I'm
a real
not.
shaman,
I'm
so
just
it
saying.
sticks.
If you
It
don't
sticks,
think
'cause
these
I'm a
people,
shaman.
I'm just saying,
Look
if
at
you
the
don't think that these people have the potential for things that we can't imagine, that's certainly there. We've seen how they act. That's why today we called them the Predator class and not just
No,
the Predators.
How about them wars where they starved 500,000 kids to death in Iraq and what's her name goes, is it worth it? I think it was.
Every time Jason cuts to a slide that he spent time on, like a web page that he's preset, and he'd be talking and be like, well, yeah, and then we'll get to let's talk about the, and then Fermenter talks over him and he's like, he turns back around and he's like, okay, and he like really wants to get to the segment, and then he goes to the segment and then Kurp just talks over the segment because it's trash. Jason, these are trash segments.
Remember when fucking what's her name's get that
I mean,
monarch
bro,
bitch?
we cut deals with the Taliban.
ISIS is it shaking hand. The guy that chopped off Daniel Pearl's head or stood behind him is next to Trump shaking his hand. So the proof that this is all real is that alone. Trump covering it up and Harold and Kumar talking all that shit and then covering it up. That's my evidence.
Well, yeah, you know what?
Much
We
like if
didn't
you
even
were a
bring
girl
up.
and your boyfriend's cheating and he acted like them, it would confirm to you that he's cheating. And if it didn't, you'd have a friend like me going, the guy's cheating on you, stupid. Right? It's so simple. You don't really need Dershowitz level evidence for any of it because their behavior has told you everything. You getting suppressed, you're not saying nothing as crazy as I'm saying, and they've been suppressing you for years. So no, it's real. And Scott Horton, expect your I told you so card. It's coming because he's still, for some reason, and it's a point of pride with him because he's not religious.
Well, let's just say this. You know, we
9/11
didn't talk
he thinks
about.
is not inside. I don't know why.
We didn't talk about Maher admitting, and I don't like that he said the Q thing because again, a lot of that stuff is stolen.
Well, once he found out that Epstein and Israel invented it, of course he supports it.
Well, again, he's saying, "Where's the apology?" And then Cenk Uygur yesterday is now questioning
Who?
9/11 for the first time.
Wait, Chink Wigger, his name is.
It's Chunk Yogurt, actually, and
Cenk, Cenk.
Chunk Yogurt. Listen, anyway,
Uyghur.
folks,
Oppressed Muslim from China.
if you can support the broadcast, please do so down below. $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. If you're new and you came here.
Oh, man. Well, there you have it. That's a little Merps maxing, and he's wanting to maximize your patience as to, I mean, look at that. 1, Jason. 2, Jason. 3, Jason. 4, Jason. Coffee. Wow. You make fun of his name, yeah. Bermas. It's like, oh. It's like, geez, Jason, are you cold? Because you got Burr-ass. Bermas. No, that's all right. But there you go. That's all Jason Bermas. That was a little Kurp Metzger maxing. Okay, we got a maximizing. all the compilations, it's all. Well, this one's a little bit of Mark Maron. But a lot of the stuff is all about the Epstein files. Oh, I guess these two aren't. So they're finally. Looks like we're finally coming out of the old Epstein swell. And say while we're at it, let's take a look at Krakamiko's other hit that he did a couple weeks ago. That it seems that a few people are talking about. This might really jar up your consciousness here.
You watch your fat fucking mind, boy, you barely even fitting into my lines. All the slop that you consume, you stink, we smelling the fumes. Just dropped a brand new special, irrelevant.
Oh, that's going to be too much for me. I just woke everyone up. Sorry about that, folks. Well, it looks like that froze my computer again. Oh man.
In the room. If you ain't gonna stop eating like a pig, you need to quit the booze.
Alright, so it'll play, but it's frozen. Let's try this here. Okay, we got the screen back. Okay. Well, let's take a look at one of these comedy compilations. Let's see what this is here. 15 times comedians warned us about terrible celebrities.
Hollywood conspiracy theories to calling out abuse accusations on live shows. In 2023, Danny Masterson was found guilty on serious charges involving 2 women and received a sentence of 30 years to life in prison.
Our next guest is in his 7th season playing Hyde on the Fox sitcom That 70s Show. Please welcome Danny Masterson.
Oh yeah,
Once the
this
news
is crazy.
broke, a 2004 clip from the Conan O'Brien show began circulating again, with Conan making comments that now feel surprisingly telling in hindsight.
Like my friend Bodie Elfman, he always teases me and he says, "Hi, my name is Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my balls?" You know.
Why does he sound exactly like Andrew Santino?
Do an imitation of me, because certain
So
words
why are
you
you
just can't
asking
get away
people to
with.
do that? That's the more important question. I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
I will.
While no official charges have been filed, Drake has faced repeated public allegations over the years regarding inappropriate interactions with younger individuals. Kendrick Lamar referenced this in one of his songs, but Shane Gillis had mentioned it long before it became widely discussed.
That reminds me, I do want to say this. I want to be on the record. Drake's going to be, he's on that R. Kelly tip.
You think so?
Drizzy Drake likes him young.
What?
He does. That's somewhat known already, but this is one of those things where I want to, you got to say something. Like, remember Louis, that whole thing?
Yeah.
And like, we knew about that.
Yeah.
And we were just like, I don't know. Drizzy Drake's into the young ones. He's going to get got in the next 5 years. Oh. Unfortunately. Love me some Drizzy Drake, dude.
The Oscars moment involving Chris Rock quickly became global news, but surprisingly, a comedian seemed to foreshadow it decades ago. Back in the 2000s, Shawn Wayans impersonated Chris Rock at the MTV Awards. Here's what happened during the routine.
A lot of rappers here. That's right. Jay-Z, Jigga, the Jigga Man. Jigga what? Jigga who? Jigga in the club, that's who. Thank you very much. Oh no, puppy not.
Now, does that scene ring a bell to you?
Wow.
I'm out here. Richard.
It might be a stretch to call it a prediction, but it's interesting how certain coincidences line up. It definitely makes you stop and think.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Richard Pryor was one of the most influential comedians of his era. In an interview, he spoke openly about racial division and how it may be instigated to distract people from more important issues.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. I'm probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other, then people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy?
The white devil.
I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, right?
Cat Williams is widely known for remaining true to his voice and character over the years.
And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves.
He even spoke openly about Harvey Weinstein and the darker sides of Hollywood.
They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there?
I told him no. What y'all do?
Long before the headlines involving Diddy, he was already making comments. But before that, let's rewind to a 2006 stand-up where he discussed Hollywood's rampant substance habits.
At least if you're in the ATL and doing drugs in the ATL, at least excuse himself, go to the bathroom or something. In Hollywood, just do the drugs right in front of you and act like ain't happened. You in the middle of a goddamn meeting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the movie with you, and then we're gonna go back. Did you know that I can see you? You right there. It's on your nose.
Just like Kat, Ricky Gervais also publicly brought light to this topic.
You disgusting, pill-popping, sexual deviant scum. I want to do this monologue and then go into hiding. okay?
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Before we dive into Hollywood's hedonistic rituals, we need to talk about Diddy first. In light of recent events surrounding him, many people weren't exactly surprised as the signs had been there long before the news broke. So why were they overlooked?
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Didn't Dave Chappelle turn down $50 million too?
I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
There's a growing perception that breaking into Hollywood often involves major compromises behind the scenes.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
Online discussions often point to the idea that some performers are encouraged to take on deliberately uncomfortable roles as a rite of passage in Hollywood, such as wearing a dress.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, you know, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts and is that something that, you know, you wouldn't do, you know, for
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Let's take a look at Kat's comments on Kevin Hart's inexistent boundaries.
Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay. It's all right.
The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee, Kavenzhane Wallace.
Wow.
As far back as 2006, Dave Chappelle spoke openly about this idea that people often point to today. For many, it no longer feels like a fringe discussion.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers got to wear a dress. That's happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
Just put the dress on. Jeez, who
the writer
cares?
comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen.
These
He got this
egos.
hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking
Just
out
wear
of
a
jail.
dress.
So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on, and what? A prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion.
After saying all of that, a few years later, Dave Chappelle folded and joined the rest.
Hey, Robin, what's the matter with you? You have a cold?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Really? Probably a chest cold. Hey, Robin, you take a temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where'd you stick the thermometer? Oh, very good, Robin. Hey, I'm getting a fever just watching. Hey, let me tell you something, Robin. I wouldn't mind sticking my thermometer down there. Well, mine only works rectally.
So you think politicians should let their human side come out?
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely do. I mean, I don't think it matters who's president. I'm one of those people. I don't think it does.
You don't
I don't think
think
it
it
matters. It doesn't. Doesn't.
Doesn't matter at all.
Dude, Hillary Clinton goes to those Bilderberg meetings. That's like the Illuminati stuff, right? She probably hooked up with some guy wearing like a goat's head, and then she goes out on TV and she's talking to people who drive snowplows, like she can relate to them.
What began as a conversation about politicians slowly shifted toward corporations. Reactions were mixed, but in December 2024, headlines reported that an Ivy League computer engineer had shot United Healthcare's CEO as an act of rebellion against the health insurance industry. Remarkably, Bill Burr had predicted a scenario like this 8 years earlier.
There's a guy from Nestle that doesn't think water is a human right. I mean, that guy should be hunted down and shot. Yeah. Right? And they're gonna sit and just talk about, talking about all the, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, we got to get America back to work.
It's like, dude, this guy wants to own the rain. Can we do something about this guy? He was at Nestle. You're supposed to be happy, like making cocoa for people. And this guy's like going, well, people are running out of water. What if we owned all the water and we kept it under our place? And in the future, when everybody's, that's how you picture the guy talking. I want to own the water. I want to have it underneath my house. And just, I'll come to the door in a robe, slightly ajar. Right?
Hope you learned something.
All right, well, there you go. That was Televise. Thank you, Televise. And that concludes the watch later segment of Clip Virgin. We do these long form critiques, and we're deep in the Metzger marsh, and so we finally got out of that, and we'll take a look at some comedy. Not to say that Kurp isn't comedy, but I go to Kurp for my conspiracy theory and current news, Kurp news, and but what a run he had. He had 5 and 8 days. So appreciate it, Kurp Metzger. Keep going on that generational run, and we'll be here watching and expounding on those ideas of yours. That's why I like our watch parties. But when you're on Jason Bermas' show, we will make fun of Jason the whole time. But we've got a lot in the pipeline coming up, and I'd love to have you back. Appreciate the like and the subscribes. We're nearly there to the 500 goal, the subs. Here, I'll get my Jason banner ads going here, and there you go. So we're looking for the goal of 500, and we go on most evenings and do these watch later series where we just hang out and discuss ideas. And if there's anything that you guys would like me to cover, you can send it to my email at clipvirgin@gmail.com. Play the clips for you, and again, thank you. Appreciate the hang, and we'll do it again. You guys are great. Thank you.